But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did he give you a good morning today?
No, I ran in behind Kenny. I didn't see him at all.
Oh, yeah, you were in a bit of a panic today, right?
Yeah, I pulled up and I went to pay the cabbie.
Yeah.
And I realized I had no cash, no wallet, and no building ID. So it's embarrassing.
Well, what does the cab driver do in that instance?
I guess because I always get to stop around on 6th Avenue. I'm like, could you make this left? No, go down in front of the building.
Yeah.
I'm like, I forgot my money, but I have to call my guy. He'll come down. And he didn't say anything. I could tell he was probably annoyed, but I look like an honest boy.
One time I had to get his address.
Did you do? I wondered what I would do if I didn't have Kenny to call.
They get really mad, but every once in a while you get one that just understands, and then he'll give you his address, assuming you're never going to send the money. But of course you gotta.
Now, what do you do? What do they get mad? What do you do?
I don't know. I guess they would drive you all the way back home to get your wallet, some of these people, depending on the fare. And of course they would have the meter running the whole time. But so what? Kenny had to come down and save you?
Yeah. Well, if they drive you home, you have to run back up. They probably want to hold your license or something. I would never let anyone hold my license. I wouldn't trust them.
Oh, but you had a license on you?
No. You're right. I actually
you had nothing on you.
No, I don't.
So they would probably, if they want to be real dicks, they'll drive you all the way back home with the meter running, knowing that's where you came out of.
Right, and then knowing that you can...
yeah, but then at that point, you just go back in your building and hide for a while. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Because now you owe them $100. I don't know.
I couldn't do that, though, because I had to come to work. I can't picture... I was just thinking of calling Bladder. Like, look, I'm hiding from a taxi guy. I can't come in today. Tell him to get someone quick.
Hey, man. You know, it sucks that we have to depend on cabs in New York City. Every time you get in one, you don't know who you're getting.
No.
You get fucking lunatics sometimes. And you say one thing, like you try to help them out and go, no, I'd rather you go this way. And they get fucking pissed. And then sometimes they take you on a death ride. Have you been on a death ride with a cabbie? Where he's just so mad he's now going to go as fast as humanly possible?
I've had those, but not because they were mad at me. I've just had that because of the psychotic that was driving the car.
Yeah. Or you know how the lights will change just as the cab is reaching them. They'll like jam on the brakes, hit the gas, jam on the brakes, hit the. They know if they just slow down slightly and then readjust to their speed, they'll go through all the lights nice and smooth. But they're so pissed at you, they're going just a little too fast, so the light's still red. So they jam on the brakes, then and then hit the gas. Making you completely car sick in the back.
Well, how awful is it when the cabbie is courteous?
Yeah,
and they're never courteous. But when they are, like, they see a yellow light and they slow down, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Yeah. If you were alone, you'd go right through this thing looking for somebody.
Of course.
I make the Jamaican woman stop. I always suck that. And that's a big one. And when it's 5 o'clock and 5:30 in the morning, can be heard loud and clear from the back seat.
They don't like that.
I'll give them one of those. Come on.
And then every once in a while you get a female, which is the most bizarre thing. And one lady, I've had, I think, 2 female cabbies in the last who knows how many years, right? So I had to ask. I go, why isn't there some enough female cabbies? And she said because we can't fucking piss in the cabs.
Wow.
So a lot of a lot of women just don't want to drive the cabs because it's a pain in the ass to try to figure out where to pee all the time.
Right.
A lot of these fucking guys will just pee in bottles. They'll pull over and pee in a fucking bottle. They're not getting out of their cab to try to find a bathroom. In most cases,
I think when I get in sometimes and they stink and like they really reek, I'm like,
it's unbelievable. Right?
This is a hack joke, but it's like they really do stink. Like, and it's not all of them. Like today's, the guy was fine.
Right.
But you'll get it once in a while, and how the fuck are you allowing people into this car with you? You're terrible.
I don't know. I don't even know what that's about. That's days without showering. That's not one day. That's not, I worked out before I hit my shift and I didn't have time to shower. That's days of rotting in your own fucking clothes.
And by the way, when I get in, every morning I tell them how I want to go before. I'm going to this address, and I go, can we go down Broadway, please? Thanks, I appreciate it.
Right.
That's my routine every day.
I've been in the cabs with
in this way, you've already said it before they can go, all right, this is quicker.
Right.
You've already thanked them. You've wrapped up the discussion in a bow.
It's all over at that point.
Because if they go down, like the way New York works, the way like the East Side, the West Side work is like Broadway kind of is like a vein. It doesn't go straight down, and it gets farther. It goes towards Midtown more away from the west side as you go farther down.
Sure.
So up by where we are, if you go from all the way from the west side, like from 11th Avenue onto Broadway, it's like 1 or 2 blocks.
Right.
But if you go down 11th Avenue to 40 fucking 8th and cut over, it's like fucking
5 blocks.
5 Ave, and those are big New York blocks with lights.
Yeah, at angles.
It takes a few more minutes.
A few, and at this hour, a few more minutes is forever.
Dude, I ran out at fucking 8 minutes up today. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I know, it's just us. I'm like, I wanted to be there before 6. And then have to sit down there like a fucking 5-year-old getting yelled at. It's humiliating.
Me and Kenny are out of our minds. This is how stupid things become. The lights had such a nice pattern to them where he picks me up. We stop at one light, and that's it. And everything else runs smooth. It's all green lights all the way. And I'm talking, how many lights do we do? Almost 20 probably?
Yeah.
And we only stop at one light, and then it's go time, right? They changed the fucking traffic pattern. It's driving us nuts. It's twice as long now in the morning.
Where are they changing? On Broadway?
Yeah.
They also put speed bumps. Do you go up our street? They put speed bumps that fucking you can't hit that one light.
I know. Yeah, it used to be a timing pattern where if you hit it, you get the light. That's the one light we stop at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are usually green, but they changed the fucking pattern. So now it's twice as long. And people are going to be like, whatever. It went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And 10 minutes at 5:15 in the morning is brutal.
It is amazing how, like, I forget how bad people's commute is. Like, when Ant gets stuck coming in.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, if he leaves 10 minutes too late.
I shouldn't even be bitching. You're right.
I forget how bad commutes are because, like, I'll tell people, like, oh, yeah, I'm here. I live 25 blocks or 30 blocks away. What? Like, that's your. And it's like, and there's no traffic in the morning, and coming home is.
Yeah, you're right.
God, you get so used to it.
Whatever, but, it is what it is. What you're used to, and when that changes, it bothers you. And the pattern changed where the light turns red, but there's a green arrow. But there's no reason for us to stop because it's a one-way. You know what I mean? It's a one-way going straight.
Right.
They stop all traffic, but they allow a green arrow for the people that want to turn left.
Oh, I don't even know.
But I don't understand why we have to stop. There's no reason for it because there's no cars coming from the right, across us.
Oh, is it on going up 6, you mean?
Going up Broadway. Is this too local for people?
Well, they whatever their streets are, they've dealt with traffic pattern changes.
You think that's what they're doing right now?
Yeah, they're probably going, Elm.
Yeah, they're basically talking about Elm.
No, what they're doing right now is
I have the same problem with Elm in the morning, so I can relate to these idiots.
They're screaming at their radios right now.
Shut the fuck up!
You guys have a 10-minute commute with no traffic.
And we're bitching.
It is because people are going to drive in through the tunnel. Like when I'm coming back from the airport, usually I don't hit traffic in the morning because I land too early.
Right.
But once in a while, the plane is delayed and you hit what normal people deal with. I don't know how the fuck you guys. I literally don't know how there's not murders every day on the road.
I was one of those guys, and that's why I said fuck this and chose to live in the city. I've been in the city 10 years now?
Yeah,
at least about 10 years. Wow. Yeah, because I couldn't deal with the commute to Long Island anymore. I couldn't deal with that commute to Huntington, and I wasn't even doing rush hour for the most part. I was off hours, and I couldn't deal with it.
It's just enraging.
It is enraging. But the politicians will never fucking take care of the problem. I mean, obviously there's a major issue with commuting in and out of this city, and there must be some way to fix it, but no one wants to take on that challenge.
Well, they want
that's
you.
That's a biggie.
They want you to mass transit. Bloomberg and those guys, they want you to take the trains and the buses. They don't want to make it easier to drive.
Cars, right?
Nah, they'll never make it easier for people. But I see that as maybe because New York's crowded, but that's kind of like shitting on the middle class a little bit. Because, really poor people and middle class people, a lot of them, it's too expensive to take the fucking train. But then again, they have to park their car, so maybe I should shut up.
I don't know. I don't know what the thing is.
What do I know? I'm just a sweet boy.
But let's get into this. It's grim in the morning again. It's me and Jimmy. Ant's on vacation. He'll be back Monday.
Yes. He's in the Caribbean. It's weird for him to only go away for a week.
Why?
I don't know. Didn't he go for 2 weeks?
Last year he did too, yeah. I'm doing a week in March.
Where are you going?
I'm going down the Caribbean.
Are you?
I'm going to Turks and Caicos. That's my spot. I love it down there.
I'm going to go away
there for years.
I want to go to Dubai, but after
you're going away for a week.
I want to after.
You never go away.
I was going to do it beforehand, but I couldn't do it because of the date, the April 28th shoot in Cleveland. I said nothing before then. I can't do anything but work before then.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take, or 5 days or something. I've never, ever, ever do that.
If you go to Dubai, I got people over there. I got some peeps.
Yeah, you guys have a friend, right?
Yeah. He might be CIA. I don't know. He won't tell us. We're suspicious, though. Why else are you in Dubai? And why else do you get to just make your own hours and all of a sudden you show up in New York for 2 weeks?
Is he a contractor?
Who gets to do that? I don't know. We don't know what he does. He's very vague about his job. He listens to us, by the way. He'll hear this 2 weeks from now.
Oh, really?
He's like 2 weeks behind. Sorry. He'll come to New York and he'll start talking about the show, and I'm like, we did that like a month ago. Well, I'm catching up. Now, he's a good guy, though. He'll show you around. He showed Amy Schumer around.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, when she was over there doing some stuff for the troops.
I really want to go, and I want to stay in the Burj Tower, that giant tower, because our friend Saad, who I've told you about, the guy who runs a TV station in Afghanistan, lives in Dubai.
Right.
And his company has a rate or something at that tower for the hotel. And I want to just go and just see that city. I don't know why I want to see Dubai. I really do, though.
But what are you going to do there? Do you know?
You can shop, and there's a lot to see there. That's like a Western place in the Middle East.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to the airline. I want to fly Emirates. I want to fly Emirates to Dubai and stay for 4 or 5 days and come back.
Damn, you should do that. My buddy there will hook you up too. He's good at getting info if you ever need info. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Oops.
But no, I don't know what you do there.
Oops. But we don't know. We don't know anything.
Well, he probably works for the military if he's in that.
Oh, no, he is military.
Oh.
He's absolutely military. That's where it gets suspicious. He seems to, like, not be in Dubai when major events are going down, too.
How old is he?
He's 30, probably, 31, somewhere around there. We don't know. I really don't know for sure.
Do you ask him?
Yeah, he just laughs. I told you the story. We were coming back from Philly. I happened to be down there doing some family stuff, and he's from there originally, and we're getting on Amtrak to come back up to New York. He just so happens to be coming to New York when I was leaving. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this together, right? So I didn't have a ticket. He had a ticket. And we go up to the ticket booth, and I'm purchasing my ticket, and the woman, without even seeing an ID or nothing, we walked up, said, hi, Mr. Blank.
Well, why?
I don't know. You explain that one to me.
Had he been there a few minutes earlier?
No. We drove to the train station together.
Does he make that commute all the time?
No.
Did she get his name right?
Yes. But how?
I don't know.
Was he the last one to check in, maybe? He did have a ticket. So maybe he was the last one to check in? I just found that very strange.
Yeah, that's weird. Thank you, Kenny.
So, suspicious things have happened over the years, so I don't know. I don't know. But he will show you a good time.
I don't know why I want to go to that city so much and stay in that hotel. Because I've never been to the Middle East other than Iraq.
Right.
And I don't want to go obviously you can't go to Iran now, and I wouldn't go to Afghanistan to vacation. So this is kind of as close as
Dubai
you
would
can
be
go.
a good start for you as far as the Middle East goes, right?
Yeah, it just looks like a fun. It's supposedly expensive,
Really expensive.
but you could use your credit cards there, and it's like it's westernized.
Right. Of course. Let me say hi to Keith in Connecticut. Keith!
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Hey, we went to Turks and Caicos 2 years in a row, and the resort we stayed at, it's like 7:30 in the morning, and this fucking guy starts screaming over the microphone, "Wakey, wakey!" And they're down there in their little Zumba outfit. I'm on vacation. This fucking guy is screaming every morning. Do they do that where you go? I mean, or do I have to spend a little bit more money?
That's funny.
I don't have a wake-up. I don't have an exercise guy waking me up. Hell no, man.
They had a stage where they were doing shows at nighttime, and in the morning, the guy's just going crazy.
Oh, fuck that.
I opened my slider and told him, man, shut the fuck up.
No, when I'm on vacation, I sleep in. I sleep to about 6:30, 6:45 when I'm on vacation. I'm sleeping in. Whoa. Yes.
All right, have a good day.
Wait. I want to know, where is that place?
Listen, there's a casino. I forgot the exact name of it, but as soon as you walk in the door, there's a casino to the right. And it was fantastic. It was great.
Right.
I don't, it's fucking brutal, man.
Were you on, I'll go local, Cable Beach?
I don't remember the exact name, man.
You would remember Cable Beach. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I don't have Greg Hughes money. I have,
Nah, come on. I actually went to Turks and Caicos when I had no money. I used to do the Club Med, which is right on Cable Beach. That's a good time.
That might have been when we did. I don't remember the exact thing when we did, but I know the guy was screaming for a consecutive 7 days.
How annoying would that be? If
Terrible.
you're one of these guys that sleeps in and you got to deal with that every morning?
Dude, I'm annoyed if I have to have a woman next to me, much less some guy yelling through a fucking microphone. I want to be left alone and sleep on a vacation.
Yeah. So.
All right, have a good day, boys.
Bye, buddy.
All right, Keith.
I want to know if anyone's ever been to Dubai, too. Like, what do people do when they go
Well,
there?
that's what I'm trying to figure out for you. Because, after a while, just being in the tower, you're going to be bored. After you see the view, you're like, okay, what else can I do?
Go to the restaurants. There's probably a lot of good restaurants there. I don't know
Are you
why.
going to go alone?
No, with Jonathan.
Jonathan's going to. Oh, fuck, you're hooked up.
Hopefully, Saad will be there.
You'll probably be taking private planes, elsewhere.
No.
Why would you go on vacation with Jonathan?
Because he lives.
For the people out there, Jonathan is the guy that all of a sudden will just be in the middle of West Africa because he's bored.
Yeah, he's my manager, and people know he goes away a lot. But if you're going to travel with somebody, you want to travel with somebody who enjoys. He was telling me one time he was in Indonesia. He might have told a story on the air, and he got separated from people, and he had to take a ride home from a stranger in Indonesia, which is like 90% Muslim, and he's like, he couldn't be more Jewish.
Right.
He's just one of those guys who enjoys other places. And I'm so...
But why is he so comfortable, you think?
I don't know.
We've all discussed it behind his back. It's crazy. It's crazy half the stuff he does, but he's so comfortable. That confuses me. Does he have a little CIA action going on or something?
No, my guess is that he's comfortable, and that's what makes people comfortable with him. It's that he doesn't look at them like, hey, let me see what this weird shit country is, or like, he really is interested in them. And there's something, it's almost like, how a dog can smell fear on you.
Right.
And when you're not afraid, a dog won't bite you, most times. These people probably sense, in weird places, not that he's not scared, he's not uncomfortable, he belongs there. And when you feel like you belong somewhere, people just kind of respond to you as such.
And it also shows we just don't know shit about the rest of the world. We just assume that, a lot of these places are beyond scary. You land, and next thing you know, you're kidnapped and your head's coming off.
Yeah.
And probably, the opposite is true. In general, it's very safe out there. Well, why else would he just travel around freely like he does?
Do you know how many times I've said to him, like, I've bashed another country, and I say, no, Jim, they don't hate. He always just tries to calm, because he's so codependent, he tries to calm me down before I get angry. He's like, no, Jim, they like America. Jim. I'm like, John, I'm not yelling at you when you're 6. You don't have to calm me down. It's okay. But, he's been to all these places that I attack, and he's like, no, they like Americans.
Right,
Nice.
right.
I think every place hates Americans.
No, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm probably fucking ignorant, self-centered American.
You wanna know about Dubai?
I really do, because I want to go there. It's the one place I want to go see.
And Jimmy rarely goes on vacation, so we got to set him up nice. Joe in Maryland, what's up, Joe?
What's going on, boys?
Hey,
man.
Hey, when I was in the service, I used to be in Dubai probably once every 6 months, and the women out there love us.
Well, the women, are they hookers or are they regular girls?
You got half on one hand, 6 on another. You can get whatever you want out there.
I'd be scared, to be honest with you. I don't think I would do that in Dubai. I don't think I would take that chance.
you're gonna have a long week.
I would just rather whack my bag because I don't know that culture out there. Like that one British couple was arrested for kissing in public or whatever. They are Muslim, and it's like that's a strict culture, and I don't want to do something that gets me in jail in Dubai.
Yeah.
I used to stay at a hotel. It was called the Dreamland Hotel.
Is that the one shaped like a sail or no?
No, that's the new one that they got going on out there now.
Okay, where's the Dreamland?
I can't remember off the top of my head where it was, but within 15 minutes of checking in, you get a knock on the door. It would be this Arabic guy, and he'd be like, "How many do you want, and how long do you want them for?"
No.
Yes.
That's the Temptation?
Yes.
Wait, that looks like Atlantis. Yeah, I think that's it. That can't be it, right? We're looking at a hotel in Dubai that looks just like Atlantis, if you know that, from the Bahamas.
And there's also a sailboat-shaped hotel.
Right.
There's the construction there is pretty cool, but their economy, did their economy just shit the bed horribly?
I think they're running out they're running out of funds or something, I've heard.
Yeah, they couldn't finish the islands they were building.
Wait, I want to talk to Joe, though. So you check into your hotel, the guy leaves after putting your luggage in or whatever, and next thing you know, a few minutes later, someone's knocking at your door.
Yep. Some guy would knock on your door, and he would ask you, how many do you want? 1, 2, 3. How long do you want them for? You negotiate with him, and he leaves the girls.
Jimmy, you're not going to be able to say no to that.
They probably do that in the Dreamland Hotel, which looks like a Super 8.
Yeah, the Dreamland Hotel doesn't look like it's on the up
shitty,
and up.
Sir.
It wasn't a bad place when I was out there. It was a real nice place. Now I don't know. It's been probably about 5 years since I've been out there.
But maybe everyone knows you go to the Dreamland Hotel if you're looking for some action.
There's pictures of smiling Arabic guys, like one standing next to the pool table, and one sitting in a chair. Looks like Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
I would not go there.
Yeah, their brochure is really shitty.
Check the hotel inside the Burj.
So did you go for it?
Of course. I was in the military. I was out there for 3 years. Of course.
And what'd you do? 1, 2, or 3?
We used to party it up. We used to get 3 and 4.
Hold on. Oh, here's some information. We are a 1-star hotel category. So it's situated in Al Riga, or Riga Street, the heart of Diriyah, Dubai, which is conveniently located within walking distance to the business district of Al Ghurair Shopping Center and the new Al Reef Shopping Mall Center, about 5 kilometers drive from Dubai International Airport, and both 68 tastefully decorated rooms. It's a 1-star
hotel in Dubai. Oh, boy.
What's another one?
Oh, boy. Anything else, Joe?
1-star hotel.
That's it, man. I was just figured that was up Jimmy's alley.
Yeah, Jimmy's all about a 1-star hotel.
Sir, I want a gentleman's accommodations.
Yeah.
Well, I maybe not referring to the accommodations, but the
sex, yes.
Yeah, the treats.
Dude, that would scare me.
The services.
I'd be too scared.
Someone knocks on your door, that would be fucking scary.
It'd be hard not to do it, but I'd be too scared to do it because I just I can't fucking do it. I can't get arrested there. What are you looking at, sir? Emirates.
We even used to go out to the bars out there.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right.
The women would just love American guys. I think it's a size difference, to be honest with you.
What, they have small ones in Dubai?
Well, they have big ones. They're relieved at our little dicks. They have big Middle Eastern dicks. What is that?
That's Atlantis, Dubai.
Atlantis, Dubai.
What's Atlantis, Dubai?
It's just like Atlantis in the Bahamas.
I didn't know they had it in Atlantis.
It looks very similar.
It's called the Palm over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you're going to go to Atlantis, you better go to the one in fucking Atlantis because Dubai is, again, I don't want that, strict government.
If you're going to go to Dubai, you might as well go to the, what is it called? The Burj?
The Burj. Burj Khalifa.
Burj. All right, thank you, Joe. I'm going to Paul in Jersey. Paul.
Hey, what's going on?
Spelled it wrong, Sam.
Jimmy, you gotta be careful though. Some of the hotels allow the girls to come in and some don't. So, like, if you stay on the Crown Plaza of Sheikh Al Zayed, when you bring the girl in, this guy will step out of the corner and he'll say, who's the girl? And you say, well, it's my sister. And then he'll take her passport and he'll hold it at the front desk.
Yes.
So, like, say the girl comes up, cleans your room and whatever. When she leaves, the front desk will call your room to make sure.
Your phone is kind of dropping out, but I know what you're saying. They do that in Rio, too. You're allowed to have one guest at a time up there, and that's probably so you don't get ripped off and that they don't have girls running through the hotel ripping off other customers. They'll take her passport or her ID at the front desk. She'll go up with you, fuck you for the night. And when she comes back in the morning to claim her ID, they call your room. And they go, is everything all right? And you go, yeah, everything's great. Thank you very much. My guest is leaving. Okay, thank you.
Wow.
It's a very courteous interaction. But what they're saying is, are you tied up? Have you been robbed?
Right.
Right. And they don't want anybody. They don't want any hassles like that. But there's two places to go. There's the Marina Bay Club for the Asians, and the Cyclone Club for the Russians. And you can only do your deals in there. You'll not see it out in public. And you have to make sure that you stay in the hotels that allow you to have a friend to come up.
Now, if most hotels allow you to have somebody come up, but you have to they have to leave their ID at the front.
Yeah, the 4 or 5 star hotels like the Burj is a great hotel. I don't think they allow them to come up. They come up, or maybe only one at a time. But the 1 star, they don't even care. But you have to just be careful because you're still in their country. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be embarrass anybody.
That's the same. Yeah, that's the same as Rio. And I imagine you can bring somebody up. Oh yeah, the Armani Hotel. But if you bring somebody up, they have to leave their ID. But I you're right. You're in their country, and I don't. That would make me nervous. I just wouldn't do it.
If you go to the clubs like the Marina Bay Club, the girls there are beautiful. It's very, very low key and everything like that. And they have a great rock band that plays. It's got 5 Asian girls playing like Guns N' Roses. It's great.
Like, I don't think it's like Saudi Arabia, right? It's not like that.
No. It's very, very Western. I mean, I tell you what, it's the greatest parties. I've been all over the world, and it's one of the greatest parties ever.
Why do you travel so much?
I do international business.
Oh, okay.
CIA. I just think everyone's CIA now.
Have you stayed in the Burj?
Yeah, I stay in the Burj. It's too far away from everything, and so it's just a pain to go anywhere. If you want to stay like in a Western area, it's the Jumeirah Beach Resort. Check out the Hilton. There's a couple of hotels down there right on the beach. It's gorgeous. You could leave hundreds of thousands of dollars on the beach, and nobody would even think of stealing it.
But wait, the Burj is right in the middle of downtown, isn't it?
No, it's the downtown is more of a business area. If you want more of the Western, you want to stay out by the Emirates Mall, or the Western area is more the Jumeirah Beach Resort. They built this whole beach area that's very Western and very you wouldn't even notice.
What is the big what's the big hotel like a sailboat?
Oh, that's the Sail. That's way out by the like Atlantis and stuff like that. It's just in a whole different area. I mean, everything's so cheap to get around by taxi.
Oh.
It really doesn't matter.
But you're bringing up a good point with the Burj. I mean, Jim, you can just go there and check it out.
Dude, it's a 7-star hotel. It's one of the best hotels in the world.
But if you're going to be away from all the action.
What's that, sir?
It's a 7-star hotel if you spend the money. They also have like 4-star rooms too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if you want I mean, it's gorgeous, it's great, it's beautiful, but there's also some great hotels too that's right in the action and more the party area.
What's the number one place to stay?
It's definitely the Sail of the Birds. I mean, it's definitely the number one.
Maybe go with the Sail, Jim.
Look at that's where Jonathan wants to say. It looks like a giant sail. It's on the water, and you could you just sit on the beach from your hotel, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of places like that. Even down by JBR, you can do the same thing, and it's gorgeous. The water's 95 degrees. You have to get out because you get overheated.
See, my thing is, if I was going to go to a beach resort, I wouldn't go with John. Like, I would go with John to hang with him inside in the Middle East and go around and eat dinner and hang with my buddies. But I wouldn't go. I would want to go with a girl to a place like that.
You and Jonathan should walk around the nude beaches together.
No, just to see his package once.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't want to go to I don't want to go to a beach resort with my giant cocked manager and fucking have to look at his hog on the fucking.
How great would that be? I say you go to the Sail, man. Fuck the Burj. You go there and check out the view.
I don't know. I like that. I want to stay in a room and look out that window.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm sure that's you don't think that's a target for terrorists, the Burj?
No, not at all.
How about you split your time? You do a couple days at the Burj and then you go to the Sail for a few days. Really mix it up, right?
Yeah, or go down, check out the Hilton at the Jumeirah Beach Resort, which is a very nice area, and or the Crown Plaza on Sheikh Al Zayed, or I mean, there's just whatever you're looking for. There's everything you can imagine.
Why'd that couple get arrested for kissing there? That British couple?
Because no, it wasn't just kissing. They just wouldn't stop.
Oh.
They were asked nicely to please stop, and they weren't just kissing. They were doing way more than that.
Was there finger popping going on?
Yeah, was there?
Yeah, they were having sex. They were asked very, very nicely to stop, and they didn't stop, and they just flaunted it. And you have to remember, you can't bring everyone's very tolerant, but you can't just keep flaunting it in their face.
All right, hold on a minute, Paul. So who saw them having sex? How many people?
Just a couple of the police. I guess it was a couple of the police that walked through there.
But who doesn't want to see a couple having sex?
It's the Middle East, not
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
So how long were they in jail? It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long, and it was just because they wouldn't stop and respect the laws. I mean, it's as Western as New York City. You get off the plane and you're amazed.
Hold on, it says here
how great it is.
Yeah,
it's a jailed couple. The jail sentence was upheld. It's a 1-month prison sentence.
Yeah, 1 month in Dubai.
They were convicted of kissing in a restaurant.
Well,
that's different.
There was a couple that was jailed for having sex on the beach. 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Hold on. Here's this says.
Wow.
The pair landed in court after an Emirati woman complained about the public kiss, which the couple insisted was just a peck on the cheek. They were arrested in November and convicted of inappropriate behavior and illegal drinking. Cosmopolitan Dubai has the most relaxed social codes in the conservative Gulf, but authorities enforce strict decency laws and regularly crack down on people accused of pushing the limits, which include everything from wearing a miniskirt to losing one's temper in traffic. As recently as Sunday, which whenever this was, a young Italian-Iranian couple could be seen kissing among the visitors on the floor of the Burj Khalifa. Oh, okay. An Indian couple was sentenced to 3 months in jail for exchanging steamy text messages in 2008. 2 Britons accused of having sex on the beach. There you go. Got 3 months. Got 3 months in jail, though their sentences were later suspended. Wow.
Yeah, it's just to make a showing, but you have to be respectful. I mean, you don't want to be, you don't want to be drunk in public. You don't want to be, you don't want to be making out with somebody. I mean, just be respectful of their areas. But then you can go to like the Marina Bay Club, and it's all hell breaks loose.
No, but I'm saying like that would freak me out in a restaurant. If I'm with a girl, to not be able to kiss her. Like I don't make out in the restaurant, but a gentle peck. Because some stupid Emirati woman was raised with a bat to her clit. That really drives me nuts.
Well, you're going there.
I know.
With Jonathan.
But
don't
it's
kiss
like
Jonathan.
You see the Starbucks. You know what I mean? It's completely different. They must have been doing a lot more, or they'd asked them to stop because they're very, very tolerant.
They're trying to like smash these two cultures together over there, so they're a little confused, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
they want to
Emiratis are
westernize
very
it, but
small.
they also want some tradition as well to be upheld.
Yeah, the Emirati people it's a very small population of people over there. It's almost the expats. You're going to run into more British and Australian and Americans over there than you know what to do with.
And I think one of the reasons maybe, first of all, when you look at these sentences, they're not that long.
Well,
3 months sucks, but that's not like a lifelong jail sentence.
Well,
and they're probably doing that so the rest of the Middle East doesn't look at them as this Western fuck city and start attacking them.
Well, that's a long time if you're from somewhere else.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you got to explain to your boss why you're in jail in Dubai. Imagine that. I got more info on that story. Randy in Ohio says it was in a mosque and it was a radio stunt.
He had me to some radio stunts. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it, Jimmy.
All right, I'll try it.
It's one that take Emirates because it's great. Make sure you get yourself a sleeper in first class.
I don't like that. That's too expensive. If I could do it with miles, I would fly first class if I could use miles to upgrade. Because I have so many miles saved up.
You want my miles?
They won't.
Nah,
do
use
it.
them for your family.
They won't upgrade you on miles. You'll have to just take a business class ticket. Do like an American Express 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
You and Jonathan can go.
Oh, you could do that. You could buy 2-for-1 on internationals.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's a great deal. It's like $7,000 round trip.
That's not a great deal.
2-for-1.
Is that business class?
Yeah, business class 2-for-1. It's so when you break it down, $3,500 for a 14-hour flight. Not a bad deal.
No. How much is first class?
It's for you probably range from 11 to 15,000.
That hurts. No.
That'll leave a bruise.
If there's a way to do it with miles, and you can do it with miles like any other airline, just buy it with miles. It probably costs you a lot. I would do that, but I can't spend that kind of money. I can't afford it.
All right, Paul. Thank you,
right,
Paul.
thanks, Jimmy.
All right.
Bye, Paul.
Bye. I got points on my American Express.
Me too, but they're not good for miles anymore. All the airlines have become
Really?
Yeah, dude, you're going to lose them if you haven't lost them already. Your Amex.
I have had an American Express card for 12 years, and I've never looked at my points.
Why?
I don't know. What do you do with them?
Well, you could have if you had looked at the date.
Can I get golf clubs?
You probably have a lot saved up, but what you could do with your points is you could have had them. Because what happens? You used to be able to use one American or Continental,
Right.
But I think that the airlines got smart and they're like, well, let's run the credit card. Let's use our own credit cards. Why give American this privilege? And I mean, Amex. So they took back the miles expired. You had X amount of time to transfer them back over into your respective airlines. I think that it's passed already.
Oh, when did I get that letter?
I don't. Kenny told me.
Oh, really?
In October. I think it passed in October of 2011.
Oh, that's good.
But I have a lot. I have like probably 600,000 or 700,000 miles. But it's so many of it's from purchases and flying, and over years and years and years.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
I know.
Jimmy goes to Dubai. I can't wait for the stories.
I just fucking
with Jonathan too.
Yeah, him I'll have fun with
because he's gonna have to be adventurous. I don't think that guy can't. I don't think he could just hang out in a hotel. He's gonna want to go do some.
Oh, he likes to go where
shit.
the locals eat. And
Right. That's fun. When are you going?
I don't know. After I shoot April 28th, so after that. Oh, by the way, pre-sale starts tomorrow morning. I will give details today once I get them. I don't have them.
You don't have them yet?
No, I do. Wait, can I give them real quick before I forget?
And people were tweeting last night. Yes, we're going to Cleveland for a live broadcast. It's almost definite. We're gonna do the live broadcast the Friday before Jimmy's taping.
Yes, and the pre-sale is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. I think the link is playhousesquare.org. I will Twitter it, and the password is WMMS. That local station out there is sponsoring this for me. WMMS is the password. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. I will put up a link.
Man, we're going to see a lot of people in Cleveland.
I hope so, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, my Twitter was a buzz yesterday. They're like, really? You guys coming to Cleveland? Yeah, let's do this.
A friend of mine lives out there now, and she works for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh, fuck, you know what? I should go out there when Guns N' Roses gets inducted. Fuck. I would love to be out there for that.
What, in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go back.
Would love to. I don't know when that is, though.
But don't they do that in New York?
No, they used to do it, but they want to promote business in Cleveland.
Oh, they finally moved it to Cleveland?
Yeah, Metallica was in Cleveland, and I guess they were doing it at the Waldorf here in New York.
Yeah,
but then there was nothing happening in Cleveland.
Right.
April 14th.
April 14th.
Oh, forget it. What day of the week is that, E-Rock? Quick before I
I
kiss you.
don't know. Hang on. Saturday.
Oh, forget it. I can't. I'm working.
You could do theater, D.
No, that's 2 weeks before I tape. I got to...
All right. Hey, we're going to break, and we got to get into the CM Punk stuff.
Yes.
Can we get him on the show today? He's done our show. You're working on it, Sam?
Yeah.
Is there a possibility?
I mean, there's a possibility, but I've been trying to contact people since last night.
Oh, really? And no one called you back?
Apparently he's in New York.
So he could stop by.
He said on
he could
his...
be part of this story.
He tweeted... All I know is what he tweeted. He tweeted late last night, early this morning, that he took a plane to New York City.
Oh, really?
After the SmackDown taping, so...
Where was the SmackDown taping?
I don't know, but the pay-per-view, I think, was in, like, Milwaukee or something, so...
Yeah, we got a situation here. CM Punk put a video out yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That thing fucking took off. Holy
It was amazing.
shit.
How many people saw it?
I don't know for
When
sure,
I looked,
'cause
it was 100,000 within like 2 hours. Not even 2 hours.
But it also got reposted and reposted.
Yeah, I know. It's everywhere.
Like
this version is up to 326,000. It's not even 24 hours old.
But then TMZ took it, and
Right.
then YouTube took it, and so it's all over.
It's well over 1 million views.
It's not even 12 hours old.
Yeah, it was late yesterday.
Yeah, he posted it at like 7:30 or something.
Yeah, because Chris Brown's response, because he has 8 million Twitter followers.
Right.
Yeah.
And
well, we'll get into it next. But he pretty much bitch slapped Chris Brown on this one, huh?
Yeah, and his argument is kind of hard to combat.
We'll explain next because it started with them going back and forth on Twitter, and then CM Punk made this video, right?
Right.
That's where we're at. All right. So we'll do it all next. Stay there.
This is
wow! I just want to say it's me and Jimmy today.
Sorry, you usually never do that.
Well, I wanted to just say me and Jimmy.
Okay, go ahead.
Jimmy and I. Jimmy and me and
Grim.
in
Greg
the
and
morning.
Sam and Jim. Grim.
Why is Sam part of the Grim? He doesn't have to be part
Oh,
of the
you know
Grim.
what? I thought that the
Fuck
M was
Sam.
for Sam.
Fuck Sam.
Fuck him in the mouth. Jim is Grim. Okay,
we got Grim covered, just me and you. We don't need Sam in there.
that's why I thought
Fuck
he was
Sam.
a part of that.
It's extra letters.
Yeah,
Exactly.
How about Grimace? No.
Doesn't work.
All right. Hit that. Good morning, sexy.
Good morning. You stepped on the hook again.
I know. That's my thing now.
Okay.
It's like a little bit I started yesterday. Is this for the hockey team?
Yes, it is.
Oh, the Russian losing.
Miracle on Ice, 32 years ago.
Going.
I was joking. I didn't know. I didn't know there was miracle in this song. I don't even know this song.
It's called I Believe in Miracles.
Yeah.
Isn't it a great song? And there's this is what made me like the Ramones was this song.
This song.
And there's a cool, and I never liked Pearl Jam, but they cover this, or Eddie Vedder does. And does a great cover of this.
Do you know that, Travis? Oh, yeah. So why don't we listen to that version?
It's in the system. It's a great cover.
And do we have the Al Michaels call?
This is better, though.
Can we get the Al Michaels call? Do you believe in miracles?
You'd think he would have it ready, right?
Yeah, I think we should play that today, right? You got that, E-Rock. We're not just going to say it happened 32 years ago. We're going to fucking play it, right? Yeah, that was Al Michaels. Al Michaels has been around for a long time.
Sam, you don't have to pull it up. Eric's got it ready.
Why does tiny URL suck on the iPhone? Cocksucker cunt.
You got the call, E-Rock?
I'm not seeing it.
How do you not have the call?
Why wouldn't you just have it? You got to think we want to play it today.
Well, that's what YouTube's for lately.
Ugh, Christ. E-Rock doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I know.
We lost him.
Oh, yeah. He's
Pot up
is
Sam's,
this
I
it?
guess. Not that I can see.
This is the start of the game, Sam. We want the end.
That's good. The first quarter scores 0-0.
First period.
Oh.
When other radio shows do it, they just do the call.
I know. We have 10 minutes into the game.
Holy fuck.
28 seconds. The crowd going insane. Carlemont shooting it into the American end again. Morrow is back
20
there.
seconds.
Now Johnson, 19 seconds. Johnson over to Ramsey. Billy Letonov gets checked by Ramsey. McClanahan is there. The puck is still loose. 11
10.
seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Wow.
And you stop it as they're cheering. You're the worst guy ever.
Why are you stopping it?
Because you asked for the call.
That's enough celebration.
I know, but the part of it is the whole celebration that's with it.
Sam just doesn't like excitement.
There's nothing about sports that
What's
he
wrong with
understands.
you? Now go backwards a little.
That does nothing for you. How cool. I wish I was
Sam.
alive for that. How cool is that?
You weren't alive.
I wish you weren't alive now to see it.
81 I was born.
Wait, you weren't alive for this?
No.
Oof.
No.
I was born in 83.
That's why you guys don't give a fuck.
This
Dude,
was
this is great.
Wait, you guys weren't alive for this?
No.
Holy
And I don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
Are you serious?
Sam, that was very
Why
not
don't you
communist.
care?
I care more. I care. I care
You
more about
care
the
more
movie.
about a fake sport.
That's true.
I mean, I wouldn't even.
If there's an
sports
exciting
entertainment.
WrestleMania match, that was
It's not a
already
fake sport. It's not a
that
sport.
was already scripted, you'd
Sports
be out of your
entertainment.
mind, right? But this wasn't scripted. This is real life.
The-
And what do you mean you
yeah.
like the movie better? This is the actual game.
I don't give a shit.
Why don't you give a shit?
I wasn't even alive for. What difference does it make?
You could feel
What
like,
difference does it make if the Russians won? Like the
great.
whole world would be different.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that
No,
was
it
the
wouldn't.
what you
Yeah,
don't
it
understand
would.
about this because you're an impressionable boy was that this is when the U.S. was still stupid. We always sent our amateurs to the Olympics. We did it right, and the Russians always sent their pros.
Right.
So they were unbeatable in hockey.
And our amateurs beat their pros.
Our amateurs beat their
Do you
professionals.
understand what happened that day?
That was a
Sam?
big one.
I saw Rocky.
Why don't you care about stuff?
What difference
What do
does
you
this make
care
to me?
about?
I care about lots of stuff, but I don't give a shit.
This is
about
one of the greatest sports moments of all time.
I was excited.
Most people would put this easily in their top 5. Easily.
I was excited to see Jeremy Lin do well. That's sports.
You weren't
Jeremy
even
Lin?
excited.
Oh,
I mean,
You
it was
went to the
cool.
game with me.
I wasn't like sitting there like, oh my god, it was cool though.
I was trying to tell you how exciting Jeremy Lin was. You remember?
Well, I was sitting there. I was like, whoa, Carmelo Anthony's not in there, still winning. That's cool.
You didn't understand the Jeremy Lin phenomenon either, did you?
I mean, I didn't know. I understood that Carmelo Anthony wasn't there though.
Well, he had a groin injury.
too
We were at
bad.
the game when he fucking pulled his groin.
All
Yeah.
he cares about is Carmelo Anthony.
I wanted to see him.
I know.
Well,
Why do you
Carmelo
like him?
Anthony is fucking up the
They went to
chemistry of the
the same
Knicks right now.
We were freshmen at the same time.
he doesn't care.
And you never met him.
No, I didn't mean him.
You would tell him that, and he would go, "Oh, all right." He would care less about you than you do about this game.
But why would you just stop it right
That really was a terrible
after the
woman's thing to
miracle
do.
part?
Because you just wanted the call.
No, then
said-
you see everyone lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, but they're excited already. You remember?
All right, hit play again. Can we do this like a man would have done?
Travis, do you care about this even though you weren't born?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you care about the American Revolution? You weren't born for that. JFK assassination? I wasn't born for that, but I
Right.
care.
This wasn't as big as the JFK assassination.
You
That's
have-
true, it wasn't.
You have no fucking idea.
It was. That
What-
wasn't as big as the JFK assassination.
What's your greatest sports moment of all time, Sam?
Giant Gonzalez at WrestleMania.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
I
Probably
would-
when Junkyard Dog dropped his juice or threw dust in the eyes and Bob Backlund fell.
Do you have one?
That's a great question. The greatest sports
If
moment.
you're going
of
to be a
all
radio
time.
guy, and someday you will, you
Yeah.
got to know a little bit about this stuff. Like, what is your greatest sports moment?
Yeah.
Maybe Sam should come up with what he thinks is the top 5 moments in
Top five
sports.
sports
Can you come up with the top 5? Could you come up with one? This would probably be my number one.
David Tyree's catch.
No, you can't. You can't no,
That was big for me. I remember that.
because you got to interview the guy. Because
That's
we
right.
didn't want to be bothered that day.
I would say Franco Harris's catch was more famous than David Tyree's.
I don't know, Frank.
You
I
think?
don't know
You
what
don't.
that
Yes.
is.
I would say
Yeah.
Willie Mays' catch.
Yeah, Willie Mays' catch.
that
Yes,
didn't
or
mean
Robert
anything.
Reed's.
See, this guy got chills on instant feedback, and he was born in 1985.
Same
right.
thing.
What's wrong with you, Sam? And then he stops it right when
That was that's like a chick would do that. That's a chick would just go, okay, the boys are done having fun.
Are you the hole?
Get a life.
You're the hole right now.
1985, you got chills. Relax. It's a YouTube video.
Name your fucking number one sports moment.
Well, the Bill Buckner play was always big in my household because my dad was a Red Sox fan.
You know, that would be right up there, too.
That's a big one.
That might even
big
be
play.
bigger than the fucking Miracle thing.
No.
Because I'm a Mets fan.
Not anymore,
Why not?
because the Red Sox won.
Yeah. And the Miracle thing was the national pride. There's a lot of people that know Bill Buckner and don't give a fuck. But most people
I'm just
in the
saying for
country
me.
can.
This is big on multiple levels. This is culturally significant.
It's colder.
Sports-wise, yeah, it's cold.
It's good for skates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I care more about CM Punk winning the belt and Money in the Bank than any of this.
Holy
The summer of
fuck.
Punk
We'll
was-
get
the
to
summer-
CM Punk in a minute,
was a
but this is a
huge
big
summer.
moment right here. 32 years ago. USA Miracle on Ice.
Summer of Punk was just this summer.
All right, let's go back to the call.
right.
I remember the call being way more exciting, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but maybe because you had the cheering and stuff after it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You didn't just have the. Why don't you just say? Why don't you just pull it and play it over a fucking bed of jazz?
That's like having an orgasm that was starting and then it just stops
Yeah.
abruptly.
Yeah, as you're
What's wrong
coming,
with you?
as you're coming, somebody kicks the head of your dick with a
Yeah,
shoe.
you get one squirt out. You get one squirt out and it stops. Come on, Sam, let's do this.
The build-up's the best part anyway.
Huh?
You know, and the build-up's the nice part.
no,
that 2 minutes of waiting for the call, that was what it was all about.
You're not
Well,
gonna start
you
at
fucked
7
that up.
seconds, are you?
Where should I start it?
More importantly, I'm so glad E-Rock didn't think this was important enough to have Vols ready to
See,
go.
E-Rock, you're with me, right? This doesn't matter. It's a hockey
I was
game.
2 when this happened.
This is
But
what I
it
love about
doesn't
Gives a shit,
matter
right?
how old you were.
Who gives a shit?
It really is one more nail in the coffin of E-Rock at this corporation.
This is what I love about Eric is that Eric decides to bring this up,
Right,
bring this to your attention, but he doesn't have the call.
Who wouldn't have the call?
This is, some would say, the greatest sports call of
I
all
forgot
time.
there was a call.
I knew that.
What did you think happened when they won? He fucking wrote letters and mailed them to people.
I knew it was a big deal, but I was just like, all right.
You forgot there was a call there?
Yeah.
Of course there had to be a call. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Nice.
Right. I mean, no.
And then Sam stops it right after that.
It's
you don't
just-
get
You
to
see
see everyone
got-
throwing their sticks and their gloves up in the air
The
and losing
biggest
their
fucking
minds.
fruits we work with.
Right. And then
Outta
what's his
here.
name? Jim Craig? I forgot his name.
Al Michaels.
No, the goalie with the fucking flag around him.
Oh,
I don't know. I wasn't-
Mark Shepard.
I haven't thought about him in years. What's his name? Jim Craig? Anyone?
Eric?
All right, play the clip.
Eric was asking me to say Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks. It's a good movie, though. That's a good sports moment when the Ducks won.
That's true. The flying
Nobody thought they would win.
Still loose. 11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Now watch. Look at this shit.
Yeah, they won. Of course they're happy.
Happy is an understatement. The whole country was out of their minds over this.
Not me.
And this wasn't even the medal game.
No, I know.
No, it's the
People forget that.
second round, right?
They still had to
that
play
good?
for the gold.
Is that enough cheering?
They're not even good skaters. They're all falling on the ice. Is that the Russians leaving angrily?
No,
Or
that was Herb Brooks.
They're
Herb-
stunned. They're on the ice. The Russians are on the ice, stunned that they lost to these fucking amateurs.
And Herb Brooks went right to the locker room because he wanted his boys to celebrate without him.
Why?
He had this weird thing where he was kind of separate from his players. He was
Really?
like this tough coach, yeah.
Oh, he probably wanted to cry and wanted to go be alone.
And he wanted his team to just kind of celebrate the moment without him.
And now you're just watching them celebrate. But I remember this when I was a kid.
And it is Jim Craig. That's Jim Craig. And then he famously takes an American flag and then fucking skates around the ice.
But what's so exciting about sports if the most exciting thing happened 30 years ago and nothing's been more exciting since then?
Oh, Sam.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Sam.
30 years ago.
Oh, Sam.
ER.
If sports were that exciting, there would have been something as exciting within the last 32 years.
The catch.
David Tyree?
That's a biggie.
That was a
Plenty of
biggie.
exciting things.
Yeah, I mean, but there's every once in a while there's a moment.
Like Kurt
This is a
Angle in
moment.
'96 winning the Olympics.
Enough with the wrestling, seriously.
That's it.
Enough
That's
with the
sports.
wrestling.
That's sports.
I'm talking for everybody. Enough with the wrestling.
That's
Well, you
right.
said sports
Enough.
moments.
Enough.
It's America.
You don't even have a number one sports moment. You
That
pulled
was
the
it.
Bill Buckner out of your
Kurt
ass.
Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Enough. Enough with the wrestling.
In the Olympics, though.
Huh?
In the Olympics, though.
Huh?
The Olympics.
Kurt Angle was in the Olympics?
That's right. He won a
Oh,
gold
yeah,
medal
yeah.
for America with a broken neck.
Oh.
Did he?
forgot. Yeah, he kind of did.
That's right.
Forgot about that, but they don't really televise the wrestling events.
He should.
It's a big moment.
All
Mulan.
this, and we don't get to hear the Pearl Jams.
Can someone help me out with Herb Brooks? Because he was a weird coach, and I want to get this right.
He probably wanted to cry. I'm going to guess he wanted to cry and he didn't want to do it in front of people.
He was a tough fucking coach, man. He was a really good coach, but on an emotional level, he wasn't there with his players. So I believe it came out years later that he left immediately because he wanted the players to, have the moment because it was all about them. It was a class move on his part.
Probably had to shit. There's probably some really unromantic reason.
Really? And they just kind of spun it?
Like someone had mailed him a photo of an 8-year-old. He wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Now we got
Never mind.
Best sports moment was when Hulk Hogan took down the Trade Center. Fuck yeah.
Is that expected?
All right, now I'm with you. I'm fucking with you. Hey, where you going? I did this for you. That fucking picture. Herb Lewis is not only coach. Herb Lewis.
Herb Brooks.
It's Herb Brooks.
Is he
sir.
dead?
Vinny. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, my bad about that. He's not the only coach that doesn't celebrate with the team. John Tortorella, the Rangers coach, does not go into the locker room after the game, whether they win or lose. If you ever watch the Rangers, he just walks right out, goes into his office.
So he probably learned that from Herb Brooks.
There you go.
Fuck the Rangers, by the way.
But why would he?
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck the Rangers.
No, fuck you. We're doing good.
My stupid Islanders are kind of like kind of flirting with a playoff spot and then decide, no, we don't want that. We got to start losing again. Most frustrating team in hockey. What are they doing? Yeah, they're getting too close, so let's start losing again. Holy fuck.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, did you watch 24/7 on HBO?
Yes, I did.
I loved that. I really did.
That was great. Last year, I was like, that was an amazing idea, and I really hope they stay with it. That would be really great if they do that every year. And now on the MSG
Well,
channel,
they've done it 2 years in a row now.
Well, on the MSG channel, they have something very similar. They follow a ranger for 36 hours.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I forget the name of the show. I noticed it on the television the other day.
Yeah. All right.
No,
All right. Thank you. I don't get the Winter Classic anymore, Travis.
You don't get it?
Nah, it's dumb.
Yeah.
It was
Don't you
fun for a
understand?
while.
Promotes hockey in America.
I know, but it's just a game in the end.
It is just a game.
They got to figure out how to make
more than
it
just a game.
really special.
More
Like,
than just a catch.
give the winning team a few $1 million or something.
Yeah, but it's a regular season game.
I know, but that's what. In the end, it doesn't matter that it's outside. It's just they're just fighting for
fun.
2 points.
I'll go. When it's at Yankee Stadium in 2 years, I'll go.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
In third grade, I did a project about Arthur Ashe.
What do you know about him besides the AIDS thing?
Tennis. Black guy.
You don't know shit.
He was good, man.
How do you know?
I remember from the project.
You weren't fucking born yet.
No, but I remember.
I don't even remember Arthur Ashe.
He's just a good black tennis player with AIDS. That kind of sums it up.
All right. You know what? Now we're going with sports moments, Jimmy, if that's okay.
Sure.
Mark in Canada. Mark got one, unfortunately. Go ahead, Mark.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Go ahead.
An exciting moment in sports was Crosby scoring the goal in overtime, the sudden death goal in overtime against you guys in the last Olympics.
That's already 2 years ago, huh?
Crosby, what was that?
Fuck is Crosby?
Sidney Crosby.
I've never heard that name before in my life.
You're kidding.
I have no idea who that person
You're
is.
kidding.
No idea.
Sam, you suck.
I don't know who Sidney Crosby is. I've never heard that name before.
Look, you don't have to know a lot about sports, but you got to know some basics.
I know Tim Tebow. I don't know Sidney Crosby.
Do you name one hockey player?
Mario Lemieux. Gotcha.
Holy fuck. Yeah, the Crosby thing was a big sports moment, and that was
One
2 years ago already.
Yeah. One of my favorite bits was when
Thank
you guys
you,
were
Mark.
asking Sam football questions.
I don't know all the
Why
facts.
don't you care about sports, Sam?
Because what difference does it make?
Well, it matters if you're trying to put a nice radio show together for the people.
I talked sports on the Sam Roberts show before.
Like what? What did you talk about?
Well, I talk about it in my own ways. I talk about it conceptually. I talk about Tom Brady, but I'll bring in the fact that Giselle is being a bitch and stuff. Talk about that. You know. But I'm not going to sit here and read stats.
Does E-Rock know sports?
No.
Not anymore, no.
E-Rock whispered a hockey player's name in my ear, but I couldn't even pronounce it.
Why are you helping out Sam?
I was trying to give him one current person. That was it.
Why?
I didn't know who that guy was.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't make good radio if he came up with a name. Do you understand that part of this?
Eric doesn't understand much.
Why would you help out Sam? It's better to
We're friends.
have him try to fucking come up with something. What did you like about sports, E-Rock, before you decided you don't like sports anymore?
I used to like baseball up until '94 when they had the strike, and then I gave up.
Wow.
I just
Never
said,
came
fuck
back.
it. Never came back.
Good for you.
That
You know what?
that happened to my brother, too. My brother Scott, to this day, says, fuck baseball.
A lot of people.
What about Pat Verbeek? He was a hockey player.
Pat for beak.
That's right.
That's what you do to a bird if it behaves itself. Do you know what I said?
I heard you, Jim.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Call him by his name. Pat Verbeek played for the Rangers. Bet you didn't know that.
And why do you know him?
One time I went to an autograph signing with my friend Chuck.
Whose autograph did you go to get?
God, you're so
No, me and Chuck
frustrating.
just went to the car. He was a big hockey fan, so we went to meet Pat Verbeek.
You're so
his dad.
fucking frustrating.
His dad hated me like Opie does because I didn't know anything.
It's not that I hate you.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. You can hate him.
Yeah, I do. I do hate you.
hate him.
But it's not because you're a sports
Right.
thing.
Oh,
You're just very irritating.
I can accept that.
Huh?
I can accept that.
You can? Mm-hmm. All right, I guess we could talk about CM Punk. Why talk about great sports moments when we have a wrestling expert?
We can go sports moments.
Yeah? Give me another one.
You know, I always wanted the Buffalo Bills to win in those Super Bowls.
How many?
Gotta go 3?
I mean, 3's a good number.
3.
Maybe not the best number.
You said 3 on purpose, didn't you?
No. 4.
You do know it's 4. I
Now
think you
I do. No, I knew it was probably in the 3 or 4 area. What I knew was that in elementary school they sold football pencils down in the school store, and I always had the Buffalo Bills pencils.
Why?
They had the red, white, and blue colors.
What a dork. They reminded you of those frozen ice pops, those rocket pops?
And they were always sold out at Giants, and I like the blue.
Why'd you buy pencils in the school store? Nobody bought
What a
stuff
dork.
in the school store.
What a nerd.
Everybody had football pencils. So I wanted football pencils.
Faggot.
Did your dad want you to like sports? And
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He always.
Did you play sports growing up?
I played t-ball and soccer until 3rd grade.
Did your father say at least get the blue pen? Because he probably had pink pencils, and his father said, could you at least buy the blue pen, you fucking fruit?
Does your brother like sports?
No.
Why did you
So
stop?
He's just so.
Why did you stop playing
disappointed.
sports in 3rd grade?
I didn't like it. I never liked it.
Why?
It was stupid. I didn't want to have to get up.
But wrestling isn't?
Well, I didn't have to go
Most people
wrestle.
would say wrestling is stupid.
Yeah, but I didn't have to go wrestle people on Sunday morning.
You probably
just
wanted
watched
to.
it. I would have.
You dressed up like wrestlers.
Yes, I did. Well, there's so much more showmanship.
You didn't have like a little wrestling league with your friends in your basement?
I wasn't allowed. I tried to start a backyard wrestling federation when I was in high school, but my parents wouldn't let me because they were afraid we'd get sued.
They were right.
Probably a good
Because
move.
you know, you wouldn't have wrestled. You would have just been the announcer. You would have been like the fucking Mean Gene Oakland or whatever his name was.
Okerlund. I would have been the promoter.
Yeah, of course you would have been the Freddie Blassie. You'd have been the young Sammy Blassie.
Let's go to Green Bay. Is there snow on the ground in Green Bay, Tom?
There is no snow on the ground in Green Bay.
Where the fuck is the snow this winter?
It's north of us. I don't know. It's not in Green Bay.
All right, what do you got, buddy?
I can't remember what year it was, but the year North Carolina State won the NCAA championship, and Jim Valvano running around after the game was over like a madman trying to find somebody to hug.
Do you remember that one, Sam?
No. I don't know. But yeah, I was just thinking, you know who I liked?
Who?
The Charlotte Hornets.
Why?
2 players.
Why am I even asking?
Number 1, I was a short kid, and Muggsy Bogues was on the Charlotte Hornets, and he was short. And I was like, he can make it, I can make it.
Relate to him.
But you didn't even try to make it. You
No.
stopped playing sports in 3rd grade.
I mean,
I went to college still thinking I might be able to make it.
I meant if he could make it in basketball as a short guy, I could make it doing something else as a short guy. I didn't know what this thinking was.
You like the Charlotte Hornets?
And Grandmama played for the Charlotte Hornets, too.
Grandmama?
Larry
That was
Johnson.
Larry Johnson.
Why'd you like Larry Johnson?
Because he was in the Grandmama commercials.
What's that?
He dressed up as an old lady.
Grandma. Yeah,
funny shit, though.
Yeah, Dave is going to talk for a lot of people. He's really mad. Dave in Pittsburgh, go ahead.
Of course.
I'm not that mad, man. I'm an old Islander fan, though, but I just want to say I'm frustrated. But, hey, last night, Pittsburgh beat the Rangers. That was a good moment.
Oh, there you go. That is a good moment.
Sam, how can you diss the Miracle, man? I'm not going to listen to the After Shit show today because of that. Have a good day, folks.
I just mean
You can't diss the Miracle Call.
It just doesn't mean anything.
You're going to lose
me.
followers. You're going to lose people, Sam.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine. That's America you're messing with.
Well, I'm not going to say
you're messing with America today.
You hate America.
I'm not going to say I care about the Miracle so people like me. I don't care about it.
Did you decide to stop that just to piss us off, or you just had no
No,
clue?
you said you wanted the call, and so I stopped it after they made the call.
No, that was totally natural.
You saw it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
But it
Sam
didn't
said,
even,
okay, this
it
clip's
didn't even
done.
affect you as you're watching, going, like, nowhere in your brain you're looking at this clip going, wow, this is pretty fucking exciting.
No, I said, oh, this is that famous hockey game that they made the movie from.
You want to play the Grandma Ma commercial?
Yeah, that I want to
play.
play.
This was huge, Jimmy.
I do remember it. Grandma, yeah.
Grandma.
There was an old lady lived in a shoe, a fresh little crib, you know, and brand spanking new. And that shoe let her do things that no man could do. She jukes and she cuts and stops dead in her tracks. She plants and she spins, leaving chumps on their backs. And who gets the credit? Some mother named Goose. Check you out, yo. Converse, of course. And that new React shoe.
What year was that?
It's probably like 94, 93, 94.
So that's like what? That's pushing 20 years old? 17, 18 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. What about Dale Earnhardt winning the Daytona 500 after 20 attempts?
I mean, I understand it's cool.
You understand NASCAR?
I don't care about car racing, but I understand it's a cool thing.
You're just fucking with America today.
What do
you
I
don't care about the Miracle call, and you don't care about NASCAR?
If I don't watch NASCAR week to week, I'm not going to care when the one guy wins finally. I'm not going to pretend just because it's...
But do you understand that was probably a huge sports moment?
Conceptually.
Conceptually, sure.
But it does nothing for me.
Yeah.
What about Lex Luger body slamming Yokozuna?
Now that did something for me.
On the Intrepid.
That's the body slam heard around the world.
These wrestling douches.
America conquers all again.
This is what they
on
get.
a helicopter.
See what I mean?
So now E-Rock's in.
Exactly.
Now E-Rock's in. These
Oh, we're
fucking
talking about
wrestling
sports.
douches. What's wrong with you people?
I used to like Dennis Rodman, too.
Why?
When he was on the Bulls.
But why? Your reasons for liking people.
I liked his hair and his tats.
knew he was going to say his hair.
Why do you like his hair and his tats?
Because I liked the
'Cause
showmanship
you
of it
felt
all.
like I could have hair and tats like that?
No,
Going with the Muggsy Bogues thing?
I enjoyed the showmanship of
Oh,
it.
he has yellow and red hair.
Yeah. Depending on the game. Sometimes he would change it up all the time. That's what I liked.
So
You know
did your
your
dad
stuff.
try to push into sports after third grade?
Yeah, and I remember he was always trying to get me at least to exercise, but it wouldn't work.
Why?
Just to build some kind of athletic thing going on. Just do some push-ups, do something.
Why? Why don't you have that gene in your body?
It
Especially
doesn't-
as a kid. Everyone as a kid has that.
No,
And then eventually you fade out of it, sure, and you get into other shit.
yeah, no,
But you never even got into it to begin with.
No, and I hated it when I was doing it. I hated t-ball. I hated soccer.
You just wanted to go home and drain your fucking piss-filled little foreskin.
Exactly.
You're ballooning up with urine.
Yes. That was more fun for me, squeezing the urine out of my foreskin
Awful.
than any of these.
It's all because you had a damaged dick, right?
It doesn't have to do with the dick.
In the locker room, they'd probably call him fucking Balloon Dick.
Yeah.
Or they would tease his little hot dog Frank Weenie.
Oh, you couldn't get naked in front of other little boys.
Well, I didn't know because there wasn't any.
You had a damaged dick.
We'd show up in our uniforms.
For the people that don't know, we haven't talked about it in a while, but Sam got circumcised at like 20 or 21 or something.
It was 19.
19 years old.
Yeah.
So you had a damaged dick, and that probably
wasn't-
caused you to not like sports.
The pee hole in the foreskin was small. That's all. There wasn't any.
That's
significant-
all. That's brutal.
Well, that's why I got rid of it.
Would that make you shoot your pee further?
Well, yeah. I mean, you could do it with when you would squeeze when the foreskin would balloon up, and then you could squeeze it and just shoot it out. Yeah, sure.
What? Do you understand what he's?
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying,
of course
right?
I do.
But
But
it's like filling up a balloon with water and then squeezing the balloon.
You
and
had
the
to
water
squeeze your own dick to get urine out?
Yeah.
When you would pee,
Did we talk about this
Yes.
part of this?
Yes, you couldn't just pee right out of it. 'Cause I think the skin was covering his hole.
No,
and
it would pee out of it, but because the hole was smaller than it should have been, it would almost like a filtration system.
So you never got to fucking like just clean the head of your dick? Your dick must have stunk.
I mean, I can smell it.
How did you clean the head of it?
I would have to point it up towards the shower and try to get some water in the little hole.
In the hole.
Yeah.
So you couldn't wipe around the head.
Couldn't
So you
get in
probably
there.
had a cheese smell to your dick.
I couldn't. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Did girls suck your dick?
Yeah, I think.
I bet his dick smelled like fucking Voss's ear.
Oh God.
Your dick probably smelled terrible.
Oh my God.
It must have. I guess it
Wait,
didn't after.
But more importantly, how big would your dick get, and then you had to squeeze it to get the urine out?
So while
and why did it take to 19 to go to your mom and go, I think there's an issue here?
She said it to him probably. It was probably the taste.
The smell got to be too much.
Yeah.
It would take me one time to squeeze my own dick to get urine out for me to go get some help.
Well, it wasn't a big deal. You just pinch it out. Like instead of shaking it off, you pinch it out.
But did you realize the other boys weren't doing that?
Not at first. I
You
mean, by the
thought
time-
every boy had to squeeze their own dick to get urine out?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in the business of looking at
And
dicks.
how
at that
big
age.
did it get?
And
only on the top it got big?
Yeah, just in the little
At the bottom of a thermometer. Sam thought everybody fucking wrung their cock out like a towel.
squeezing the foreskin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just like
the fuck, dude?
the area between the actual penis and the end of the foreskin would balloon up. And you're talking not like huge, but
enough where you had to squeeze your own dick to get urine out. That's
yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
How many times did you have piss leak into your underwear?
That would definitely happen.
PP Pants Sam, his nickname probably was.
But just a little bit. I mean, I would always pinch out most of it, you know.
His mom was just washing out the
Yep.
fucking urine stains
That's why
constantly.
That's why she saves the Boy Scout uniform, because Sam's smell is still in there.
Cheese, dick, and piss.
Yeah, exactly. Gross little boy.
What about Kurt Gibson jacking that homer when he?
Huge sportsman.
Yeah, I don't know who Kurt Gibson is.
a Dodger.
That's legit. Yeah, I don't know.
You could barely.
I don't know if that's legit.
That-
he thought you were fucking with him.
I don't know who Kurt Gibson is.
What?
I don't know.
I was in a bar drinking when that game was on.
What year was that?
Let me guess. I'll go with 19.
Kurt Gibson.
80, or did I go back to Rochester for the game? I always know shit from what radio market I was.
Who'd
in.
they beat?
I think it was. I'm going to go with 80.
I was going to go 80.
I'm going
88.
It's 87.
I'm going 87.
I say 87.
I go 88.
I was going to say 82.
I remember watching it as a very young boy.
I was drinking.
Great moment.
Was that when
I was
they
drinking in a bar.
K-U-R-T.
Holy
See,
shit!
I told you I didn't know who he was.
K-U-R-K-I-R.
He spelled
He spelled it Kurt.
with a C. C-U-R-T.
We literally should just get a chimp to sit there and hit keys randomly.
Yeah, it's 88.
I nailed it.
I thought you said Kurt.
It's
It's
Kurt.
a great story.
What's the story?
The story.
Find the clip.
Find the
Yeah,
clip.
find the clip.
Let me see if you get excited over this.
Yeah, he won't.
This will do
He could
nothing.
barely walk. Well, did he DH that day? I don't remember.
No, he's a pinch hitter.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
pinch
National
hit.
League.
He came in to pinch hit. Right. Okay. Thank you, Travis. And then he just wobbled. He could barely walk. He goes to the plate and he jacks this. He basically golfed it out of this fucking stadium.
Was second base. Yeah, he would run for
Is this it?
Gibson at half.
No.
He's at the plate, stupid.
Have a big 3-2
It's pinch hitting.
here from Eckersley. Gibson swings on a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable. A home run.
And watch him just hobble around the bases.
Won the game.
Look at fat Tommy Lasorda.
And Dennis Eckersley is one of the greatest closers ever.
Right. And the famous fist pump. You can appreciate a fist pump, right, Sam?
I know.
If he's kneeling in front of it, yeah.
He could barely walk.
They could hit the shit out of that ball, huh?
And he hits a game-winning home run in the World
He
Series.
slapped at it, though. I remember it as him kind of like golfing it, but he actually just slapped at it.
And,
Good thing he hit a home run if he couldn't run.
yeah, imagine that, a ground ball or something.
That's right.
He would have been in trouble. But you were too busy wringing out your own dick.
Exactly.
Well, it was 88. I wasn't...
Not thinking there's a problem with that. It's
Not
like,
at all.
Like the Lord gave you a penis like that.
It's like his cock was like a cookie dough thing that just got the end snipped off.
yeah.
Yeah. I was 4 when this happened.
It was 4.5.
Yeah, but they've shown this. They've shown this video probably a 1,000 times.
That's the first time I've seen this specific video.
Where do you live?
Westchester.
You've never like all of a sudden you're watching TV and this pops up for whatever reason.
I guess I'm sure it has, and I just haven't picked up on it because it doesn't mean anything to me. There's never been anything significant that happens to the LA Dodgers ever. I've never in my life.
One of the associated clips is Clemens throws a bat at Piazza.
Oh, really?
How great was that?
Do you remember that sports moment?
Let me see. Not off the top of my head.
Come on, Sam.
yeah,
you don't remember when Clemens threw the bat?
I mean, that seems like my type of moment.
That was 2000.
That's already. That's 2000.
12 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
They don't have the actual video. But fucking Clemens got pissed. And
I got a sports moment. I got a sports moment.
You gonna show us?
Show it. Why don't you just show us? Surprise us.
Okay.
Let's not look. Let's just wait to see what fucking shit-face picks.
All right.
It's a good one.
This is a good one.
I'm listening. I'm not watching.
You were there?
I was there. That bothers a lot of sports fans.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen one of those, and you have.
What?
I don't see
what
a
we're
clip.
looking at.
It's
No, just play it.
I don't see a clip.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, Jim Abbott's no-hitter. That's a sports moment.
Yeah.
He had
One-handed, one-armed guy?
He had no hand, and he did a no-hitter.
Great sports moment.
That is an amazing. To me, that's the most amazing out of fucking David Wells almost throwing his second perfect game into the 7th inning that year was amazing. David Cohn threw the fucking. Did he throw a perfect game? Perfect game. And
right.
Doc Gooden threw a no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking Jim Abbott's no-hitter.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Unbelievable.
You were there for that.
I was at Yankee Stadium for that.
You know how frustrating that is?
How did that happen?
My dad brought me.
And
I used to go to Yankee games.
But the whole time he's looking at you like, do you understand what's going on here?
He must have been pissed off because you know what? I remember that game, and I remember specifically being upset because
oh God,
my dad said that I wanted to get a Yankees cap that had like graffiti letter Yankees because that's when that was cool. And my dad said, that's a goofy hat. I'm not buying that for you. And I was upset.
Good for him.
Did you like ask to leave early in the 7th? You're like,
Yeah,
"Can we
I was
go
ready
now?"
to go, and he was like,
You would have left in the 8th inning?
I would have left
no
in the
concept
yeah,
of
yeah,
what
I
was
would have
happening.
left. I
You
didn't
are
care.
so frustrating.
At that, I mean, today,
I don't need people around me to love sports, but you don't even understand the basics of shit.
today I would have stayed for the game.
How do you know? You're the same person. You don't care.
No. I would have stayed for a no-hitter with a guy with one hand. But back then, I mean,
What about where are you at with Doug Flutie and the Boston College Hail Mary?
You know what? You know when I first learned who Doug Flutie was?
Oh God,
the Flutie Flakes commercials. And I remember saying, "Hey, Dad, who's Doug Flutie? And why's he got a cereal?"
But Sam,
yeah. Why is this
I'm
guy
gonna
got
break-
a cereal?
I'm gonna
is,
break-
is this a goof?
I'm gonna break character a little bit. You're intelligent. You're smart.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But for some reason, you decided that I don't need to know shit about sports.
This is not
Why?
knowledge.
And then you go into something where you're talking to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like I try to brush up on shit because you got to know a little bit about everything.
Well,
if you're doing a radio show,
I
you don't have
agree
to be
with
an
that.
expert, but you got to know basic shit.
And I try to be aware of what's happening presently in sports somewhat. Like the basics. Like
You don't
I
even know who Doug Flutie is? You just knew from his Flutie Flakes?
Yeah, I didn't.
And what,
No.
you liked Flutie Flakes?
No, I just saw the commercial and said, "Who gave this guy a cereal?" But I mean, to go back and find out.
Have you ever seen the fucking Hail Mary?
I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. Look it up. See if
It's going to be a
cool.
Hail. Do you know what a Hail Mary is?
Isn't that what Tom Brady threw?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a long throw. Oh, I know what it is. It's from I don't know exactly what yard line, but it's like from more than midfield to try to get a touchdown. Is that right?
It's a very long pass.
It can be midfield.
It's a very long, desperate pass. Is how I would explain.
It's basically a last play. It's a
Last
Hail
ditch
Mary.
effort.
Yeah.
And when
See-
you throw it up, hoping it gets caught, because if not, you lose.
I learned that from my intelligence. I didn't actually know that. I just assumed it.
You figured it out. But now we got fucking Roland coming in studio, who all of a sudden decided he's a massive Jeremy Lin fan, and he
the
doesn't
next
know
fan in the
shit
world.
about basketball.
No.
But he's been walking around. This is the first day you don't have a Jeremy Lin shirt on.
Yeah, I have 4 of them now.
Why do you have 4 Jeremy Lin shirts?
I got caught up in the moment. I'm Odell's.
Name 5 Knicks.
Let's see. Carmelo, Stoudemire.
That's 2 different guys.
Carmelo Stoudemire. I could name just
Jeremy
3.
Lin is 3.
Yeah.
So 2 more.
I'm not a big Knicks fan.
You're a huge Knicks fan.
Yeah. I forgot. It's kind of like
You didn't forget,
Sam
you didn't
interviewed
know.
Kurt Schilling. He loved him.
You interviewed Kurt Schilling?
Yeah, I interviewed Kurt
We were
Schilling.
here that day, and he didn't tell me to come back. I was so annoyed.
Was
he
he cool?
came in later.
Yeah, he was very cool.
Did you remember me?
I didn't ask him.
Why not?
All he did was
we
actually-
started out together.
I didn't know.
He was Rochester Red Wings. I was doing CMF.
Yeah,
we
I
hung
asked,
out a little bit.
All
And
you did
partied
was
a
ask
little
about
bit.
video games, and afterwards, Chris goes, "This guy is really good." Because he didn't talk about baseball barely.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he was very cool. We talked a little bit about baseball and more about video games because that's what he's promoting.
I would love to have met him.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, he's probably a big fan.
I asked him about. I asked him about when he smashed the pitching camera.
All right, and what did he say?
He said it was a dumb move because he has to talk about it still to this day.
I would ask about the socks. What happened? Tell us from the minute it happened.
Now, guys call me old, which is fair enough. Sean in Medford, but he writes, "I'm 25. I've never heard of Kurt Gibson.
He's an idiot.
I'll tell you what.
You're old. You should just. They've shown that play so many fucking times.
There's a lot bigger sports moments. Bobby Thompson's home run is one of the biggest of all time.
Don't know.
Bobby Thompson. That's
Shot
a big
heard
one.
around the world.
You don't know that shot heard around the world?
I've heard the phrase "shot heard around the world."
I wasn't born for that.
I don't know Bobby Thompson.
Google
And I know-
Bobby Thompson.
Come on, Sam.
It's a game-winning home run.
It's literally, some will say, the greatest home run ever.
I'll tell you another big ones are Reggie's 3, even though it's 3 home runs against the Dodgers.
I know that.
That's one of the
Why?
greatest.
Because of his
Mr.
candy
October?
bar? He had a candy bar.
I
I don't know anything about his candy bar.
Did you have a-
And why are you wearing Jeremy Lin fucking shirts and you don't know anything about the Knicks?
Yeah, people still high-five me in the subway. They're like, Nick, yeah.
He's just trying to make friends.
Yeah, Roland just wants people to.
I can't even trash him because he gave me one of his Jeremy Lin T-shirts.
The greatest
It was a
home
nice
run
moment.
was in 1951.
Wow,
Yes, I wasn't
a playoff
around.
win or something.
That's why I don't watch sports
Got them
anymore.
into
It was for the
Giants
pennant.
won the pennant.
Oh well, they won. No, that's right. The
That was the
Giants
World
win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant.
Yeah.
Turn the volume up on this.
Thompson is the hit back. Tommy Thompson over there swinging. Like a throw. There's a left side. He has the lead. The Giants win the pennant. 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 Bobby Thompson hits into the line back of the left field stand. The Giants win the pennant.
Sam, do you know what city the Giants played in back in 1951?
I was going to feel proud of myself because I know what city they play in today. 1951 is Blanca-Rooney, but
I'll give you a hint. You're in it.
It was the New York Giants.
I know there's a football team called the New York Giants. I had no idea that there was once a baseball team.
You ever hear them called the New York Football Giants?
Yes, I have. I guess that's
why.
Well, now I know that.
That was
little-
a great moment.
little tidbit.
Oh, yeah.
That home run was only 200 and something feet, though. I think that wasn't like the stadiums were smaller back then.
You know, the Dodgers used to play
I
Brooklyn.
think.
Yep.
You know why the Mets colors are orange and blue?
Can I guess?
Sure.
Because they're faggots. I don't know why.
No, I don't know the answer.
Giants orange, Dodgers blue.
Hey, look at that.
I didn't know that. The Metropolitans.
The Metropolitans.
Yeah.
That's correct.
The Yankees are called the Bronx Bombers.
It's true.
Do you know any boxing moments, Sam? There's been some great knockouts over the years and some great fights. What's your favorite boxing
You know what I
match
like?
of all time?
I like boxing documentaries. I like sports movies because they wrap it up nice for you.
All right, name one great boxing match.
Ali Frazier. I mean, that's an easy one, but
Ali Foreman was a big one.
Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis.
Mike Tyson versus anyone.
That was no one cares about that one, though. I mean, that was like, Tyson was already not doing well.
Yeah.
And guys like Tyson was like one of my favorites, but a lot of boxing people say, like, guys like Ali, Ernie Shavers, a lot of those guys they say would have killed Tyson. And I believe it. After I've seen the punches he couldn't take, and I believe me, he's more of a man than I'll ever be. But it's like Ali, he couldn't have. Ali took he rope-a-doped Foreman.
Yeah, Ali Foreman.
Tyson never could have taken Foreman shots.
Yeah.
So your father didn't want you to look like you were from the ghetto, huh?
Why do you say that?
With the Yankees graffiti hat.
Yeah, he thought it was just a stupid hat. he
was
thought
right.
It was just a goofy. I mean, in hindsight, yeah. In hindsight, the no-hitter Jim Abbott hit was more significant than the hat that I didn't get.
Right.
In hindsight.
He must have been so annoyed. His son just wants a graffiti hat, and he wants to leave the no-hitter.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's because Sam's a mama's boy, and Mommy would always give Sam what he wanted, and Sam wanted Daddy to, and Daddy was trying to man him up a little bit and go, let's watch a ball game. No hitter, my boy. And fucking Fruity's just going, I want the pink jersey.
What about Mark McGuire? You in with the Mark McGuire home run thing that happened?
The McGuire Sosa thing?
Yeah.
I'm aware of it. But then it turned out he's on steroids anyway.
Well, we didn't know that at the time.
Right, so it was fun to
That
see.
helped bring baseball back.
It sure did.
Yes.
It's always good to see a record being broken, but, you know. He
Cal
played for
Ripken, same
he played for St. Louis.
You got Knicks tickets tonight? I'm looking for some.
He doesn't. He just got the shirts. Why would he have the tickets?
I I got one part down.
What can you tell us about Jeremy Lin? You're wearing the shirts every day.
Everybody has Lin fever.
Lin fever. That's not even a good. That's not even a good pun.
You have Lin fever?
I think so.
What do you know about
It's either
him?
that or gas.
What do you know about him?
He went to Harvard.
Good.
Came right off the bench
Came right off the bench.
into the court. And
You know,
everyone, wow.
I know who he played for before. I think I do before the Knicks. That's right. Do you?
Harvard College.
No.
Oh.
You don't have to say Harvard College. You say Harvard, everybody knows you mean college. Stupid.
I'll shit in your face. I don't know.
I think it was the Golden State Warriors. Is that right, Opie?
Yes, that's right.
2 points for Sam Roberts.
But Roland, why Jeremy Lin?
Well, high five.
People high five. I just spent half an hour proving I know nothing about sports, and then I know more Jeremy Lin trivia than Mr. Four Shirts Roland does.
Mr. Four Shirts, yes. You do have 4 of them.
They're comfy.
Huh?
They're very comfy. Yes.
They're just T-shirts. They're not very comfy.
Did
They're
you wear a
from
jacket
motels.
today?
I just brought it to. I need to put stuff in my pockets.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this in a while either. Roland does not wear a winter coat. We've had an easy winter in New York, but it's unbelievable. I'll tell the story again. Me and him went to a Rangers game. I'm fucking freezing. I got the hat, the fucking thick gloves, winter coat, and I meet him on his corner so we can take the subway together, and he's just sitting out there in a T-shirt.
You weren't cold?
No hat, no gloves. I'm like, what are you? And it was snowing that day, right?
Yeah.
And it was snowing. It was like a horrible winter fucking night.
Did you have your ears protected?
Nothing. And we're walking to the subway. People looking at him like, what is wrong with this guy?
It's like torture.
And he says he's not cold.
Yeah. Because the very course, I start sweating like a monkey.
You have a lot of body issues.
I do.
Health concerns.
I'm fine.
You like Jeremy Lin, though?
Lin fever, yeah.
Lin, it's not Lin fever.
Are you going to be watching the game tonight?
He didn't know there was one.
I did.
Where are they playing tonight?
Psst, do you have to ask that question?
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
You got 4 shirts. Where are they playing tonight?
Isn't it Golden State?
You just said that because I said it.
It's the other team he knows.
Name 5 NBA teams.
The Lakers, the Pistons, Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks.
Who they're playing tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
You forgot the Knicks.
And
You forgot Golden State.
He only knows
the
3
Mavs.
Knicks. But he's wearing the shirt.
I have a Mavericks teacher.
But that's what's happening here in New York. People that haven't been basketball fans, and I'm one of them because I haven't followed the Knicks in easily 10 years. Everyone is going fucking nuts.
Yeah, they sold out of the first batch of shirts when I was there.
Yeah. All right. We should break. And people just can't believe you got circumcised at 19. I guess they never
been
heard
over
that
this.
before. I know you have, but I don't remember the part where you had to squeeze your own dick to get urine out.
I think of that every time I look at Sam or every time he talks on the show. His balloon penis.
I think it's funny because Jim will bring that up every now and then, just like subtle little
the front of your
mentions.
pants get-
I just think it's funny that he remembers that.
How do you not? I can never forget balloon penis.
But how did the front of your pants just get bigger?
No, I didn't piss in my pants.
Yeah, but as the urine is building up, your dick's getting bigger.
No, no. Because for the dick to get bigger, I would actually have to piss.
When he would piss, it would come out of the hole, but because his fucking he wasn't circumcised, his skin wouldn't let the piss free flow, so it would get trapped.
There's
so when he
2
started
holes.
pissing, it got trapped.
It was like his dick had a tight
and then you
yarmulke
had to
on.
squeeze it to get it out.
Right. It's like a filtration system.
I got you.
That's why I'm saying his cockhead must have
you now.
stunk.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get his finger in there to swab it, and he would just hold it up and hope water filled up, which meant it probably itched when soap got in there. What a gross little dick.
And your skin didn't go anywhere, so your sex must have fucking hurt, right?
Don't worry, ladies. All better now.
Did it hurt when you fucked?
No.
How'd you whack off? When you came, your cum would probably stay in there. You'd have to squeeze it to get your cum out.
Right out.
Oh my god!
He was fucking these chicks too, and
Yeah,
then you'd
hold
have
on, honey. I got to squeeze my own cum out.
Ew, it's not like you're fucking decorating a birthday cake.
Right? Yeah.
You fucking cake boss dick. Wait, you after sex, you wouldn't even be able to. How would you wash out the smell of a pussy?
Just gotta I mean, literally put water all over it and try to get it inside, you know?
Didn't you wonder why girls weren't blowing you?
Well, I only had one girlfriend.
Did you ever have a girl go down and then go like, yeah, come back up?
No.
All right.
How about the fucking chick with fibromyalgia that you were pushing around in a wheelchair? How about fucking Weekend at Bernie's chick that you dated?
Sam is really a weirdo.
Yeah,
Man. You've got yourself into some weird shit over the years.
Just
you were attracted to broken girls. You weren't attracted to any type of sports.
No.
And you had a dick that you had to squeeze your own cum and urine out of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
some
mean,
weird shit.
But we grow from these experiences.
You haven't.
I've grown.
I think it's great.
And he eats weird. Let's not forget about that one.
Yeah. But it's not that weird. I was reading an article about a woman who just ate pizza for like 3 years.
Great. What lovely dumps she must have had.
We should get you on Strange Addiction, I'm thinking.
Well, I don't think it's as bad.
You got
as
enough weird shit going on in your head that we could get you on Strange Addiction.
I don't have any strange addictions, though.
By the way, he just made me want pizza.
It's good. Pizza.
Let's go.
I never eat pizza.
Should we get a pizza?
Let's get breakfast pizza.
They're not open yet.
No, yeah. You're not going to
One place opens at 9 o'clock.
What place?
It's in Midtown, Pranzo's.
How is it?
Pronto's. It's just good.
Is it like that shitty airport pizza?
No.
Or is it real New York pizza?
You mean Sbarro?
Sbarro, man. Sbarro sucks.
Sbarro's okay when you're in an airport, but if you want like some real pizza, there's so many places here. Now I want it badly.
Go to Jonathan's in the West Village. Holy
but you have to go buy the pie
fuck.
there, right?
It don't matter. You'll eat the whole pie yourself.
No.
I don't know what it is, but you can eat the whole fucking pie yourself.
No, but Ruby Rosa is the best, though.
Where?
Ruby Rosa in Mulberry Street.
I heard Jonathan's is better.
Ruby Rosa.
I heard there's only one place better, and it's in Brooklyn.
They're both probably. I wouldn't mind going to Brooklyn, but they're probably all the same when you eat them.
But I'm the asshole. I went to Jonathan's, and then I ordered spaghetti. What an idiot.
Should go to Sal's in Mamaroneck.
I still had the pizza, but what?
Sal's in Mamaroneck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love this place by a comedy club I worked. I won't say it because I would go in there like right before they closed all the time, and they never once gave me a free slice. And I was in there every night, and I was like, "Ah, fuck these cocksuckers."
Yeah, you want something for free every once in a while, right?
Because you're there all the time. They're throwing it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dickheads. Hope their business burned down.
Is it near the Comedy Cellar?
No, not Ben's.
What am I wrong about?
Ben's is too greasy.
It wasn't Golden State Warriors?
I think it was.
It was. What am I wrong about, Jay?
Well, Jamie, Linton was released by Houston when he went to the Knicks.
I said that.
Yeah, but didn't he play for Golden State?
I said the Houston.
Didn't he played for Golden State? Didn't he?
Yeah, he played for Golden State, and then he was released by Golden State, went to Houston, released by Houston, and then picked up by the Knicks. And when are we going to realize that Sam is just a faggot?
But not in the gay way. Sam's just a faggot.
Not in the gay way, but we sound surprised whenever the guy doesn't know shit about sports. But yet we have his mom who saves his hair and still has all his clothes. What kind of product did we expect to get out of that twink of a household?
I would have liked sports if my mom didn't save my Boy Scout uniform.
You're a twink, Sam.
Good one.
I mean, what kind of person has a penis that doesn't know 5 top 10 plays out of sports?
Well, his penis was, but his penis was broken. So you
to be fair, I've only had the penis that I have for
10 years, about
less than 9 years.
9 years. So
I'm still growing into it.
Yeah, most of his life he had a broken penis. So
that's not my fault.
Yeah, he was more concerned about trying to get the urine out.
Exactly. I had to pinch it instead of shake it.
Trying to figure out how to bunt.
Sure.
All right, Jay.
He was with the Rockets for 12 days.
This guy's a fucking asshole.
But he is right. Excuse me, but he is right. It was Golden State, Houston. But I heard Dallas wanted to pick him up, right? But they didn't have room for him. And then the Knicks picked him up December 27th, Roland.
But he still played for the Warriors before the Knicks.
Right.
Not immediately before.
And he
I'm
went
sorry.
to Houston. I don't think he was even in a game for Houston.
He played 7 minutes of 2 preseason games. So the question
But he wasn't-
of
okay.
who did he play for before the Knicks? I would say the Warriors.
Tell this guy to fuck off.
Guy's technically right.
But technically he's right. Thank you, Jay.
No problem.
Thanks for nothing,
All right.
Jay.
Yeah, you know what? I got to go to Ray. I can't believe we're going down this road again, but it's been a while. Ray is a girl in Westchester. Ray?
Nice.
Yeah. Good morning, boys. Listen, I was all for Team Bobby when it came to her baking and all that, because I do all that. But how did she not notice? She must have changed Sam's diapers for 2 years. She never noticed there was something weird about his penis.
Yeah, I don't think your mom has ever seen a penis.
She's definitely seen at least one.
She's
I
seen
don't know
a lot.
about that. You think she's seen a lot, or
Yeah.
you think that she's one of those girls where the lights
No.
have to be off and maybe there's a sheet in between them?
She
when they're
probably,
having sex.
I guarantee you, she's been in so many cars where the guy's like, "Why do you want me to move my right arm?" Oh, while they're driving, she's probably right down on it.
I don't know for
The
sure.
roadhead
But
Then how does she not see the damaged penis when she's changing your diaper?
I'm sure she's seen at least one. But when a baby isn't circumcised, you probably can't even notice.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sure.
Look, there was I don't want to embarrass anyone, but there was a penis in my family.
Really?
Where it shot out the side, and they had to do a little something.
Wait,
but the mom noticed right away.
But
And
that's
said,
very-
"Holy fuck, my son has a fucking pee hole on the side here. We gotta move it to the proper position."
That's very blatant, though.
Or
that's
he might have had
obvious.
2 holes. I'm not sure now. I gotta ask this person.
Just there was a foreskin on it. I wasn't circumcised. It was supposed to be there.
Sam, your mom should have noticed your penis was fucking damaged.
Maybe
How about his dad noticing? His
They
dad
probably
had-
both noticed.
they just like to look at it.
Yeah, I bet you that they would take pictures of it and send it out and get good ones in trade for it.
That was gold on the market.
Yeah, it sure was. It looked bigger. They would always make him pee into it. It would look swollen.
Just the tip, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with Ray. I blame your mom on this.
Well, you
'Cause
and Ray can do whatever you want.
If you fast forward and now you're squeezing your own urine out of your penis, your mom had to have noticed.
But I
something.
wasn't like, "Hey, mom,
My
come
kid
squeeze
has peed 1,000,000 times in front of me already.
Yeah, but when I was 1, I can't confirm that I was squeezing it out. I don't know how it worked then. I think she was just.
I know, of course she was.
Oh, that's-
roly poly. She probably say that, sing the roly poly song to Sam. Roly poly, roly poly.
Jimmy's onto something. She didn't want to lose her little job that she had.
That was her little job.
Her little job is to squeeze Sammy's penis. to
Now,
get the urine
Sam,
out.
she would talk. She would talk.
She was doing it at 17 years old, wasn't she?
No,
She
I was about to
squeezing
say
your-
that doesn't
your dick to get the urine out.
That doesn't explain ages 2 through 19.
Once hair grew on it, she had no interest anymore. She was done with it.
Oh, really? She had it.
No, it was
so
before
easily
that.
she was squeezing your dick in around 12, 13 then.
No, she wasn't squeezing anything.
Let's say 12. That's fair, right? She was still
no, it's
squeezing
totally
your dick
unfair.
at 12.
It's completely wrong.
And then you were on your own?
No. I don't have any recollection of
And then she
anybody.
was hoping that you would just figure it out yourself?
No. She didn't squeeze anything at that age. That's disgusting.
Well, she had a
You didn't
squeeze.
like call her from the bathroom when you were done?
Yeah.
No.
She probably just thought it would fix itself. She didn't want to acknowledge that she had a broken child.
She would, you know what? Stan would probably hold his wrestling figures, and she would hold his wiener while he went to the bathroom.
And you would just stare at your Macho Man fucking figurine.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I would have stared at the figurine, but that would have been after I was
That was
done
her
going to the
distraction.
bathroom.
Like, look at this as I have to squeeze your
Yes.
penis to get the urine out.
She cleans it.
She didn't touch me
Sam,
while
you-
I was playing with
Do you
figures.
understand how weird this is, at least?
What?
That
Which
you had
part?
a damaged dick that you had to squeeze your own urine out of.
Yeah, that's why I told the story. I mean, it's weird, but I mean, the whole thing
When did you realize that this is not right?
in 2nd grade, there was one boy who looked over the urinal and he said, "Yours gets bigger when you pee?" And I said like this. I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Mine doesn't." And that's when things started to come together like, huh, maybe.
How old are you in seconds? 6, 7
yeah,
maybe?
but then a lot of
6?
time passed because it wasn't me. I wasn't having any other experiences with any other penises. And then once you get old enough to start, it was probably not till I was past 15 that anybody said anything.
And what would girls say? Would they scream in horror and run out of the fucking house?
Well, luckily, I didn't end up with many women in high school, so it didn't come up too often.
How about the boys that saw it? What'd they say? Come on.
I wasn't on sports teams, so no boys saw
That's
it
why he
either.
wasn't, because he knew his dick was busted, and they would have
No,
teased him.
was it?
Yes, it was. Thermometer Dick McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy.
No. I didn't play
Funny
sports because
every
I didn't
time.
like sports.
That's why you didn't.
No, it had
It was the
nothing.
locker room.
Had nothing to do with any locker
Yeah.
rooms. No.
You might need therapy.
For what?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean everything.
I don't need any therapy.
Just to fucking organize a little bit.
I'm very well
well
organized.
I think your head needs to be organized just a little bit.
I think it's
just too much weird shit that happened to you.
I bet because he's such a cheapskate. I'll bet that he had his foreskin. He liked it because he would hide change in there.
There was no way I could fit change in the hole.
Just to organize your shit.
Everything's
I
organized.
don't think you're traumatized or anything, but just too much weird shit.
I'm very under control with my shit. Everything's organized and where it should be. That's where I like it.
But you basically had a crooked penis.
It wasn't crooked at all. It was straight as an arrow.
Straight?
Except an arrow with a foreskin that the arrow couldn't get through.
With a huge dome top?
Only if I was peeing.
Fleshy arrow. Yuck.
Yeah. Straight as an arrow, but with the thing of flesh stretched over it.
Smells.
Yeah.
Like carcass.
I couldn't get down there and smell it, so I can't. I don't know.
But you know, no girl
We're
bleed.
only taking girl calls today as far as Sam's penis goes. I'm sorry to the guys today. Sean in Jersey. Sean.
Me too.
Sean.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I have 2 young boys, and
Okay.
neither one of them are circumcised. The doctor, at the time that they were a month old, had me start pulling the skin back so that they would check to make sure that it was going back properly. And the doctor would always check it. So, your mom didn't want to touch a penis, or?
I don't know. I was a child of the 80s, so maybe... You know.
I was a child of the 80s, Sam.
She touched it, but not with her hands.
Maybe medical technology wasn't where it is today.
But your skin didn't pull downwards.
No, it did not.
So what?
I mean, it didn't... It didn't.
You should have snipped it yourself.
No, that's not something I would do at all.
Why?
Because.
Why? It's weird, right, Sean?
Yeah. I mean, my youngest son is 2. His goes back. They
Well,
don't
you
go
keep
back
grabbing
to
your
the
son's
person.
dicks.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever you want.
Keeps checking it.
What was your mom preoccupied with? Because
things besides my penis. I don't
yeah,
know.
but I'm a father. You notice every little thing that's going on with your kid.
I bet you do.
She doesn't notice a broken penis.
It wasn't broken. There was a foreskin on it. That's all.
No, but your whole life, the urine had to build up.
It didn't build. I pinched it right out of there.
Yeah, I know.
So
Someone had to pin. Do you understand what me and Jimmy are saying today? Until you realized what your dick did, someone had to pinch your penis to get the urine out.
I don't know.
That's
who
what
was
we're
doing
getting
that.
at today.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing that.
Your mom. So then
know-
why doesn't she go, holy fuck, I should bring him to a doctor?
Because she didn't want to acknowledge that she had, like you said, she had pumped out something that was not perfect.
Unless the doctor said it's fine.
The doctor wouldn't. Who would say that?
Well, then how come I would go to doctors and they wouldn't say, you have to get this done?
They'd be embarrassed for you.
The doctors always said, if you want to, you can. You don't have to. And
Well,
then
they probably like if you want a chick to suck your dick, you can.
that's why when I was
Yeah.
19,
we might have to call your mom.
I said, now I want to.
Did you ever squeeze your dick on a Ritz cracker? People enjoy what came out of it?
No.
All right, we got the girls calling in. Thank you, Sean. We're going to go to Sherry in Cincinnati.
Make sure the
Jimmy,
ladies...
you like Cincinnati?
We'll be there actually in April.
Nice. What's up, Sherry?
I know. I can't wait to see you in April, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Please call Sam's mother.
Oh, my God.
And ask
Is she up?
these questions.
Why don't you leave this woman
She's
alone?
got to be up. She's probably making a scrapbook about this stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, we always talk about how she's the perfect mom, but this is like a big fucking mistake.
No, it's medical neglect.
It's
really
not medical
is.
neglect.
She might be one of those moms. What is it? The Munchausen, the fucking, what is it called?
Munchausen syndrome.
Where you keep your kids,
Munchausen by proxy, yeah.
where you keep your kids sick.
I went to school all the time. I wasn't sick.
Yeah, but you had a
No,
broken
but this
dick.
is medical
wasn't broken.
neglect.
It
was
wasn't
your mother a victim of sexual abuse?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Can we ask her?
Let's ask her.
I mean, if you were to ask her...
I'm just asking if I
She-
could ask her.
You could ask her whatever you want, but I wouldn't think I think she'd probably be smart enough not to give you the answer on the air if it was not good.
I know how to read people, though. Just
I'm
how
a
she
therapist.
answers it, I'll know a lot.
I bet you're a therapist.
All right, Sherry, thank you.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
Let's go to Susan in New Mexico.
Exactly.
Susan.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, child of the 80s means nothing. My son was born in the 80s. You still had to do it then.
Do what? What'd you do?
You had to pull the foreskin back.
bet
if
you
got
did.
dirt in there, it would get infected.
Yeah, get that dirt in there.
All right, we got
back,
we
didn't
got
she?
Bobby in the line.
Why is it...
Bobby.
Yeah.
Don't
Hello.
even...
We're very disturbed today, Bobby.
You're always disturbed.
Well, no, not lately. We've left you alone.
Not lately.
But we're talking about Sam's damaged dick again. Sam's damaged dick.
I know what you're talking about, and I have no intention of discussing Sam's penis with you.
That's right.
All we want to know, though.
Why don't you isolate that so the next time they bring this up, we can just have that?
Can we talk? Can we talk on like a medical level without getting too, crass?
Hot, yeah.
I'm gonna give you like 60 seconds. That's it.
That's fair enough. Starting now. Okay. Sam, I forgot about this part of it. I guess we discussed it before, but Sam actually had to squeeze his own penis to get urine out. That's the medical term, right?
The foreskin.
Yes, the foreskin. So wasn't there a time when he was growing up that you had to do that?
When he was a baby, when he was very first born and unable to do it.
Right.
Sam could always pee.
Thank you very much.
No, but didn't you notice, because you had other sons, that there was something abnormal or odd about the way his penis filled up as opposed to normally where that doesn't happen?
No, there was nothing abnormal or odd. No.
It was just perfect.
But so when he was 17, he started noticing like this is a problem. And then by the time he was 19, he finally took care of the issue.
Well, I didn't say it was a problem. It was one of the. The surgery was more cosmetic than anything else.
But a kid looked over.
No, you had to squeeze your own penis to get urine out. That's not normal.
But that's just one of those things.
Bobby, that's not normal, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's. I have no idea.
She doesn't have one.
But anyway, a kid looked over the urinal and spotted it. And a kid looked at it for 2 seconds and just saw that there was something wrong.
I think his name was Philip.
So somebody who that's what your penis would do. Somebody would.
No, I don't think he saw there was something wrong. He simply saw that it was different than his.
Wait, Sam.
That's the key here. Different doesn't mean wrong, guys.
When it fills up, it does.
Sam, are we? I'm thinking that Bobby's finding out this for the first time today, that you had to squeeze it to get your own urine out.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't have dinner conversations.
You've
about
never
my
told her
past.
this part?
I don't.
Yeah, Bobby, are you learning this for the first time, that he actually had to squeeze it to get the urine out? It would build up?
Wait a second. I think your 60 seconds are up.
That's a fair question. That's a medical
And
question.
by the way, it's not like squeeze, like you have to squeeze icing out of it. You just pinch. Pinch, done.
But the thing is, no, she had to notice that, because if somebody noticed in the urinal that yours was filling up, then somebody who saw you every day doing that would notice that.
Maybe it didn't do that when I was a baby.
Of course
I
it
don't
did.
know. I don't know.
I think these things are probably between, I don't know, Sam and his doctor if he has a question.
I would think so.
No, but it's a fair question, though. The doctor, sure, medically, but you're someone that would have seen it and noticed it just by, by the nature of having a baby.
I would have noticed if he had to pinch his penis to pee.
No, well, as time went on, you wouldn't have. But if it filled up a little bit, and some kid at the urinal just peeked over and noticed, it's a noticeable thing. Now, when somebody is really young,
If the kid was circumcised, then he would have. Yes, he would not have had any foreskin, would he?
Right.
So nothing would have been there.
Bobby's not playing today.
But
she is mad that we're fucking going after her perfect Sammy.
No, but
you're going after her.
I'm not going after her.
We're asking. I'm not going after her. For what?
There were comments of medical neglect.
But he
that
said
was from that broad from Cincinnati.
You agreed.
The kid said that noticed that Sam's filled up. He didn't think it was weird because it was uncircumcised. So that means that the kid had probably knew what uncircumcised was, but he noticed that Sam's would fill up, like balloon up, more, which is the abnormal part, not the uncircumcised part.
Okay, well, you just made all that up because you don't know what he was thinking, do you?
No, I'm only going by what Sam told us.
Sam told us this.
Sam said that.
Yeah, but no.
I'm learning that Bobby's learning this for the first time today.
But she's saying that maybe the kid did think it was weird that I was circumcised at all.
So wait, what's happening is your penis would fill up with urine and you squeeze it out. Some kid randomly looked over the urinal and saw that and said, hey, how come yours fills up?
Right.
And you're
How come
saying
yours
that that's a
gets
mistake, that he was just mixing up, not knowing what uncircumcised was?
He didn't know his ass from his elbow at that point.
But he understood that certain things aren't supposed to fill up with urine.
Sure.
Like a clogged drain.
Well, it's obvious this kid was looking over a lot of urinals.
Of course he
All right,
was. You think that was the first one? Believe me.
I mean,
he'd probably been trying to time it with Sam for 6 months.
Right. It's the only kid I haven't seen yet.
But it wasn't like it was a storage container for a urine.
And Sam,
Just passed through.
we're having a little therapy here. Why don't you go to your mom sooner and say, hey, man, there's something weird about my penis?
Yeah, fix this puppy.
Fix this bad boy. It was never a problem. It's still, I mean, there was no problem.
Maybe all uncircumcised penises do that, you know?
They
That's just the way
don't.
it is.
I don't know.
They don't. They absolutely.
No. How do you know?
Because I've seen enough pornography and I see the way that And I've seen the way the skin pulls back on the head, and a lot of trannies aren't. I'm kidding, but I just know.
Sam, did you ever run into anyone else that had that same issue?
I didn't.
You know, when your kid has some weird disease, they always find another kid that has the weird disease so you can relate to each other.
Number
Were
one,
you relating to another dude that had to do this?
I didn't have any diseases, and number two, I couldn't tell you how any of the children in my class pissed. I didn't watch them.
You knew.
I had no idea.
You're smart enough to know that there was something a little different.
He knew.
Well, I knew it was different from Philip for sure, but just because it's different, I was like, okay, it's different. Like, it's not causing me any pain or
but
it doesn't matter.
But
Bobby, you didn't do anything wrong, Bobby.
It's not
okay.
your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's a little genetic mistake that you passed on. It's fine.
It's not your fault that you didn't notice that Sam had to squeeze his own penis to get urine out.
Everyone is
I'm not
neglectful.
blaming you.
Everyone is neglectful by the third child.
I was the second child.
It's not your fault,
Are
Bobby.
are you guys done with me now?
Right, yeah.
See, she's
a little uncomfortable, but she's also embarrassed that she didn't fix it sooner, and
There's
she's also
nothing to fix. It was fine.
she's embarrassed that the dirty Robert secret is now out.
And she comes from a generation where they didn't openly talk about sex and things of this ilk.
You don't have to speak for me. How would you know if I was embarrassed or whatever I was?
I could just tell by the conversation we're having today, or you just don't want to be discussing this in front of
Because I don't want to. You mean because I don't want to talk about it to you guys?
She's probably just annoyed at your bullshit.
What? We're just asking.
Nice language is funny.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Because you don't understand that these phone calls start stacking up, and then she just gets more and more annoyed. So even if you were just calling to say...
Is that why I haven't been invited to the household in a while?
I've never been invited.
It's a
You were
nice
invited
place.
for...
It's a nice place. Me and Bobby usually get along very
I know
well.
Jess doesn't like me, but the mothers
likes
lose
you.
interest.
Me and Bobby search each other out. We sit next to each other for some of these functions.
Jess liked you very much after Anthony's party that time.
Yeah, I know, but that's years later.
No, that wasn't years ago. That was this...
That's what I'm saying. I know it for
because
years.
She knew you only on stage.
I'm a nice guy.
I know. She knows that now.
Now-
But I invited you for the holidays.
That's true.
And you said no.
That is true.
I didn't invite Opie because my mom doesn't want him around.
Is that true, Bobby? I could accept that.
Okay, of course I want you around.
Thank you, Bobby.
She's thinking about that money that her little Sammy's going to be making.
She hears the care in my voice.
No, she doesn't.
She hears the care. In the end, I care.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just find it fascinating. That
It
you-
is fascinating.
I find it fascinating you had a penis that you had to squeeze to get urine
Pinch.
out.
I'll say pinch. Squeeze is a little
And your
misleading.
mom just assumed that that's just how it was.
Exactly. Whatever it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. You have a camel dick. Excuse my language, Miss Roberts. I don't like to use profanity when you're on the line.
All right, we'll let you go, I guess.
All right, well, I'm just here having a nice cup of coffee and listening to you guys talk about Sam's penis.
And my dad's in the background, I'm sure, cracking up somewhere. He just loves
He loves this
He
shit.
loves when you get my mom on the phone.
So
He
why don't we
starts-
talk to him about the penis?
He starts reading all the nasty Twitters that I get.
Oh,
Thinks
really?
They're hilarious. Yeah, he loves the whole thing. He thinks it's a barrel of monkeys, this whole thing.
Well,
all right. Enjoy your coffee. We didn't get anything done. You're not going to admit to anything. That's fine.
it was nice chatting with you.
Yes,
Didn't do
Bobby.
anything.
All right, Bobby.
Okay, that's all good.
All right, we'll see you later.
Have a nice day.
All right, yeah, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
She didn't want to talk about it.
Why would she?
That is guilt.
You think so?
Yeah. it was a
And
little guilt.
shame.
Guilt and shame.
Because she made it. She produced Sam. Imagine if you spent 9 months making something and it just came out busted.
It wasn't broken. It took one snip and everything was fixed up
At
good as new.
19.
Well, that's when I decided
If it happened
to do
at
it.
2, 3, whatever.
That's when I decided
19.
it wasn't a necessary procedure. It was voluntary.
It
was
had to be
elect-
necessary because at 19 you were still squeezing to get stuff out, right?
But you could give it a little squeeze. It's not going to hurt anything.
I don't get it.
It was
Roland,
an
you get
elected
it?
procedure.
What?
What's he thinking about the Knicks?
He's just dreaming about Lynn.
And fever.
Lynn fever.
He's
There's
just
so many puns you could make, and Lynn fever is.
Because that's too close to yellow fever, and that would get people,
very
pissed
upset.
off. Come up with another pun.
Lintastic.
and how about Lynn raging? Lynn sufferable. Lynn sufficiently entertaining.
Why are you so mellow today, Roland?
I don't know.
We're pretty fucking energetic in here.
Yeah, we're bouncing around.
And nothing is...
he zones
got you
out.
going.
When the conversation's not on him, he zones out.
Why do you zone out?
He's falling asleep during the after show while he's sitting in front of the microphone.
Why?
I don't know. I just like pass out.
But Lynn has really put a pep in your step, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, should we break?
Yeah, I got to tinkle and I got to do something.
Sorry we
forget to pinch.
Sorry we did the same break, but I find this fascinating with you, Sam.
I'll give you that.
And I
It's
forgot about
fascinating.
I don't remember ever discussing the squeezing of the dick to get the urine out.
Well, I think there was so much information at first. It was like, where do you go?
Weird. I think we all just pissed in front of each other growing up, didn't we?
Or on each other.
Yeah,
so
no.
long ago, I just knew how penises were supposed to fucking work.
What'd you piss in front of?
I would imagine when we're all just playing around and shit.
Yeah, you never stand in a circle with your friends and compare dicks and start sucking? What's the matter with you?
No.
Whoa.
No.
Lost me on that one.
No, I didn't.
Probably grew up in Russia.
5 boys in our family. I'm just assuming we probably all just peed together and shit. So
There
we
was-
all knew what a dick was supposed to fucking do.
Feel like
Two boys in my family.
Trying to undermine my innocence. Mine was very innocent.
We used the bathroom separately.
Yeah.
I had one brother.
Your brother's close in age, right?
Yep.
Didn't he ever tease you about your dick?
We didn't compare dicks.
You don't have to compare. He must have seen it while you were changing.
What about
one time you were putting on your Macho Man shorts?
Like we all slept in the same room. The 5 boys in one room. So now you're falling asleep and you talk to each other.
Sure.
And none of this shit comes up as you're talking about your dreams for your life.
Not that I remember.
And oh, by the way, I have a weird dick. Do you have a weird dick?
I used to have horrible anxiety, and so I would try to get him to fall asleep, and I would talk to him about falling asleep easier because I couldn't sleep unless he was asleep.
Why?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
You thought he was going to kill you?
No. I just...
Jim knows what that's about.
Yeah, you were
wanna
afraid
take
that
this
if you
one,
fell
Jimmy?
asleep first, that you'd wake up like, and you'd feel like 2 knees by your face, and something touching your cheek that was wet.
So it was molesting.
And it was called. I bet you they called them like reindeer kisses. I bet you Sam said the reindeer came and kissed me again last night, and the guy goes, "Shh, just don't tell mom and dad." Don't tell, because the reindeer kisses are very special. Those are his hooves you feel, not knees.
It's Jim Norton's flow chart. Let's not forget.
My brother's
It all
younger
goes
than
back
me.
to molestation.
That was the humiliating part. That the younger brother would molest you.
I wasn't molested as a child.
So you wouldn't fall asleep until he fell asleep.
Yeah, and I had to talk to him about trying to fall asleep every single night.
Should have just played your show for him.
I'm going to study you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm studying you officially. I'm doing a whole report on you.
I had anxiety.
I'm going to get it in a medical journal. I'm going to be fucking famous in fucking Finland.
And I'm just going to be a
Where is
study.
it? Zurich? Where do those medical journals go?
Zurich sounds right.
Zurich? I'm going to be very famous in Zurich because of you. In my medical study. Roland?
Denmark.
What?
Finland, Denmark.
Denmark? I thought you said didn't work.
And why no Lynn jersey today? It's game day.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was game day.
You think Anthony's going to be able to figure out how to play with Jeremy Lin? And vice versa, because Jeremy Lin's got to figure out how to play with Carmelo as well.
Take some time.
Just a bandwagon jumper. You don't know shit about basketball, but you got 4 Jeremy Lin.
Do you have Lynn
shirts.
fever?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Sounded.
How about you get so excited you get me tickets for tonight's fucking game, and me and you go?
That would be tough, though, because they have a long waiting list.
How about you just make some phone calls?
Yeah, you know everyone.
Start making some phone calls.
They're not in yet till 10.
What?
They're not in till 10.
All right, we got all day. I'm going to be at that game tonight, one way or another. Jimmy, what do we got going on? The tickets thing?
Oh, yeah. Fort Lauderdale, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, the Improv. And tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the pre-sale, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so clogged today. The pre-sale for my April 28th, 1-hour special shoot in Cleveland at the Playhouse Square,
nice,
Ohio Theater. And I'm going to Twitter it because there's a ticket link that's really long. And go to Ohio Theater or playhousesquare.org and you'll find it. But the password is WMMS. That's the station in Cleveland that is is supporting my show and presenting my show. So, or I should say shows. But that 1 hour special will sell out, I'm sure. I don't think a lot of things are shot in Cleveland, and I'm finally getting back there. Pre-sales tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are on sale Friday morning.
Weird Medicine on Twitter has checked in. Dr. Steve.
The fluid will build up, and the foreskin will expand when the fluid weighs it down, but there will become like a cheesy, milky buildup.
Well, he's given Sam a compliment, actually, Jimmy. It's called phimosis.
Phimosis?
Phimosis.
That's also the name of my wine.
Phimosis. Sam's cockhead, this is great, a doctor tweeting this. Sam's cockhead was so massively huge, he couldn't retract his lovely foreskin. So you have a big fucking mushroom head.
I mean, I do it right.
Well, do you have a big mushroom head or not?
It's in proportion.
No, but here's the thing, though.
I don't think I did it for.
You don't want your mom knowing? You want me to tell Bobby to turn off the radio and then you can answer the question?
No, I don't care. I mean, I've said far worse things.
Steve's saying you have a big fucking helmet.
The helmet's in proportion with the rest.
So that means you got a big cock.
I'm doing fine.
You have a big fat shaft.
It's all right.
Sam's embarrassed to talk about his genitals.
Do you say, when you're talking to your girl, do you say grab my dick or do you say wrap your fist around it? Grab my pole. Grab my fat pole.
Do you say that?
No, I don't say that.
Why are you embarrassed to talk about your genitals?
I'm not. We've been talking about it for half an hour.
That is true. We've spent a lot of time talking about nothing but his cock.
Because he doesn't give us any info. This should have been a 10-minute conversation.
What info do you need?
For the people saying you went too long with this, because he doesn't answer anything.
What do you need? What did I not say? I've given you more information.
Your mom
than
doesn't
anyone.
answer nothing?
No, we don't give you the answers that you're looking for. We give you the actual answers.
No, Bobby's ashamed. I heard it in her voice. She's very ashamed, and your dad's laughing hysterically.
Yeah, he is.
Because he knows she's ashamed.
He thinks the whole thing's a goof.
He thinks it's hilarious.
It's a riot. But yeah, I've been very open.
And your dad traveled the world, so he didn't have time to worry about your penis. He was too busy putting bread on the fucking table.
He would tell her to fix it. He'd probably call home, fix it. Right.
Fix that
Fix it before I get home
Fix
from
that
Australia.
thing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
He had to travel.
That's right.
It's a business.
So I don't blame him.
He was a madman.
Meaning an ad guy. Mm-hmm. See, I figured that out on my own. Kevin in Long Beach, we're going to break, but you want to talk about how you got caught masturbating by your mom.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if my mom ever walked in. I don't think so. I don't remember if she did. Your mom ever catch you masturbating, Jimmy?
She was right there.
What's that?
she was in the room.
I got twice. There are two stories. The first one is the worst, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I used to go dumpster diving there's an old Tower Records where I used to go to middle school, and found out that when the new porno mags would come in, they'd rip off the covers and just throw them in the trash. So we'd climb into the dumpster like right when the mags would get there every month. And my first one was one of the most. I think it was Taboo, like the Hustler one where it's pregnant chicks stuffing their cunts full with like snakes. And just the most vile shit you could ever see. But I was sitting in my room, it's like 15, 16 at that point, I think. And my mom walked in. And I just shut my drawer real quick and pretend I'm doing something. And she's like, what were you doing? I was like, oh, nothing. I'm just doing some homework, hanging out. And she opens up the drawer and picks out the magazines and says, she's like, I know what you were doing. I grew up with 4 brothers. I know what this is. And that is still one of those lines that haunts me to this day is, I have brothers. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, why would she call you out on it? She knew what you were doing. She should have left the room. How old were you?
I was 15 or 16. She grew up, or she's still really religious.
Yuck.
I think it's one of those things.
Right.
And the second time is when my parents were out of town, and I was trying to throw a beat upstairs by myself. And she walked in, and I had time to pull up my pants and look normal, and my fly and the button were still open. And she's like, what were you doing? It's like, I'm just airing myself out. It's like, I got a little hot down there. I'm trying to just air it out. And she just walked away and shook her head. We've never talked about it.
That's some religious shit.
Yeah, it's a lovely religious upbringing.
Right.
It's horrible, man. I mean, it was weird.
one of those things. Like I think I remember when I was 10 or 11 the first time. I was just like, this is, oh, you assholes.
No, Jen and Erie just writes, I've got better porn stories than this dud.
Oh, yeah, I think. Fuck me, I don't.
I'm just fucking with you, man. It's cool. Thank you, Kevin.
No, it's really all good. I don't give a shit.
All right, cool. Thanks for...
I just hate
All right.
the whole...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. All right.
Punching out, boys.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
God damn, we went 4 minutes too long. Let's go to break. We're going to do the CM Punk thing finally.
Yeah.
We just went off track for a long time.
We'll do that when we come back.
Let's do that because it's a big story today. E-Rock says he has something to play in a break. That's terrific. Also known as the Opie and Anthony Show. Anthony will be back Monday. CM Punk, Sam. It's all about Sam today, I guess. What?
It's all about you.
CM Punk having a little thing with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Chris Brown and Rihanna are fucking mind-fucking everybody by appearing on each other's latest song.
Yeah, they're remixing.
They're remixing their latest songs, and they're a part of that. And Chris Brown wished Rihanna happy birthday the other day on Twitter, and she retweeted that and wrote thanks. Rumors that they're probably getting back together, and that has everyone really pissed off.
Yeah.
Why does Chris Brown have so many followers on Twitter when he has so many people that hate him as well?
Well, he's got Team Breezy, and they love him.
Here's the thing, and this is the way it is. And then people will disagree with this. Black people or black community is more forgiving about domestic violence in general than white. I mean publicly than whites. Like, even though whites have forgiven many country singers and rock singers, that have done, look at Tommy Lee did that. You know what? Tommy Lee, look what he did to Pam Anderson.
What did he do?
He went to jail.
He beat her up?
Yes.
With his dick?
Hopefully. But I believe he hit her. Can you Google that? So I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
remember
get sued.
this.
Yeah, he was in jail, and he said guys hated him. But then again, Tommy Lee was forgiven. He has a reality show. So maybe I should just kind of correct myself.
Well, there's something about this Chris Brown where people still are fucking pissed off about the whole thing. Because I don't think he ever really showed how sorry he is or anything.
Yeah, for Tommy Lee got 6 months in jail for battering his wife.
Wow.
Well, he beat up Pam Anderson.
Well, that's the difference, too. Chris Brown got no jail time. Chris Brown...
A little community service. He was picking up garbage or something on the side of the road for a while. And then he had his big chance. This is how I see it. When he went on Good Morning America, they were obviously going to ask him about it, right? Big interview. And if he was cool during that interview and was opened up and was a bit honest, I think everyone would have certainly moved on by now. But he acted like a little fucking baby, a brat, and then went back to his dressing room, whatever they set up for him, and destroyed the place.
Yeah. There is something about him where he seems like a brat. But Tommy Lee was forgiven. I mean...
Well, Chris Brown is definitely, like, when it comes up, he always tries to avoid it as opposed to taking it and saying, I made a mistake, here's what I did wrong, here's why nobody should do it.
What's he talking about? Nah, but we're here today to promote
exactly.
We're here today to promote the music.
I'm all positivity right now. I'm not really trying to...
Then speak honestly. Positivity is about being honest and carrying a message.
Right.
Saying I'm positive is shit. A positive thing is to go over it again. Explain where you went wrong, what you were thinking, what you misinterpreted, what you did wrong. That's positivity. Saying I'm wrapped up in positivity is just rapper bullshit.
Yeah, he's going to have to explain himself a few more times. He's in the public eye. We've all seen the pictures of Rihanna's face, and now we've seen or read the police report that gave more details on the whole incident. It was a brutal fucking day for Rihanna.
Yeah,
and he's still going out of his way to take like sexy pictures and to do things that would specifically get women attracted to him. And it's like you don't want to see a guy who kicked the shit out of a girl trying to get other girls to be attracted to him. You know what I mean?
So where does CM Punk come into this whole mess?
So it just started like late last week, I think, with a random tweet from CM Punk. It was probably coming off the Grammys or whatever. And Punk wrote, I would like Chris Brown to fight someone that can defend themselves. Me curb stomping that turd would be a WrestleMania moment. And it's just, I don't know, it's just an observation.
Why a WrestleMania moment?
I guess because WrestleMania is happening right now, and so that people.
Yeah, but
are
if he appeared
about
if he appeared at WrestleMania, everyone would know it was fake. This isn't a work, right, Sam?
No, I mean CM Punk already has a match for WrestleMania.
Right,
it's not a work.
Well, I'm just surprised.
Right,
I'm surprised he just wrote a WrestleMania moment when he was going with a real tweet there.
Because he's still talking to wrestling fans,
okay.
And so that's still going to be there, I think.
All right, fair enough.
And
so then what did Chris Brown write?
Chris Brown.
And by the way, plus making it at WrestleMania takes any threat out of it.
Right.
Meaning it's not a threat when you say, I want to curb stomp him. Saying it would make a great event at WrestleMania means it'd be a fun event to do.
Yeah, he's joking, but you know.
But he's not.
So he protected himself a little bit with that tweet.
So then
that means he's pretty smart.
Chris Brown wrote, CM Punk needs more followers. He's such a leader. Not to mention the roids he's on has made it utterly impossible for him to pleasure a woman. He deleted that tweet, but that's what.
Yeah, because he would have got his ass sued.
So he wrote that.
That's libel shit right there.
Yeah. And then he wrote, positivity regardless of how you feel.
Ugh, stop with the positivity. It's annoying.
CM Punk, contact my assistant and I'll have him send you an autographed pic for my biggest fan. A little obnoxious, you know.
Yeah, but again.
Yeah, but why don't you stick with your steroid tweet if you're a brave man?
Right, he deleted that one.
He deleted it immediately because his people said, well, you could get your ass sued for saying that.
Chris Brown, really, he's a talented guy, and he comes off like a spoiled little boy. Like, he does come off like a kid or a brat.
He's young, too, right?
Yeah, he's young. He's younger than I am.
You're 30. He's not exactly 22.
Yeah, I know.
He's in his mid-20s. He's not like a kid.
Oh, okay. But when he came up, he
started before his voice changed,
right?
Yeah.
All right. So then that led to the video that CM Punk put out yesterday that everyone is talking about?
Like last night, Punk just went on Twitter and just wrote, "This must be said."
Right.
And put out this video out of nowhere.
Right. And then it's just done.
He put it out
views.
and there was probably some strategy in it because SmackDown was live last night, which it usually isn't, and he put it out like 45 minutes before SmackDown came on.
Well, we had CM Punk on the show. I liked him a lot.
Yeah,
he knows how to market himself. He's a smart dude,
and he's a for real dude too.
And he's for real, and he likes to kind of swim against the current there.
Yeah,
even within the WWE, right?
He's not afraid to get people upset with him.
Like he's making some shit up right in front of Vince's face, right?
Yeah, he's one of the few guys that goes out and...
not many people are allowed to do that.
No, people follow scripts pretty closely.
But Vince is allowing it because it's working, I guess.
Because it's good, yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, so here's the audio of the video that is pretty much everywhere. He looks like he's just backstage at SmackDown, was it?
Yeah, he was at SmackDown, and this is obviously in a locker room.
How many views is his version up to?
Well, I'll probably have to reload this, but
don't worry about it. It's doing
hundreds of thousands. But I mean, and then TMZ reposted it. And, right. Yeah, this says 300,000, but it's more than that.
All right, here's CM Punk from yesterday. You want to start at the same time so they can watch that? All right, hit it.
I never intended to include Chris Brown's name in one of my tweets to start some sort of a controversy or to gain publicity or anything like that. And now that he's thrown accusations my way about using steroids, I feel the need to reply. So please allow me to retort. I'm a lifelong, proud, drug-free, straight-edge individual. So Chris and I come from two completely different worlds. I don't have a manager, I don't have a bodyguard, I don't need a bodyguard, I don't have an assistant, I have no need for a PR team to tell me what to tweet or when to delete tweets. And I don't hit women. See, period. You don't hit women. In my world, women are to be revered and respected. And I firmly believe that in this life there are consequences and repercussions for people's actions. And I don't think Chris is paid for what he's done. Picking up trash on the side of a highway does not make amends for repeatedly striking a woman in her face and sending her to a hospital. So Chris wants to throw stones my way now, and I say, that's fine, but put some gloves on and get in the ring. And I will choke you out, and I will make you feel as weak and as powerless and scared and alone as any woman who has had the misfortune of knowing a sad, cowardly little boy such as yourself. And all proceeds can go to a women's shelter of my choosing. If you want to pick up more trash on the side of the highway to make some amends, you should donate some more time. Maybe tell kids that exactly what you did isn't right. But I'm also a realist, and I know that none of these things will happen because Chris Brown isn't a man. And that's fine. I just know that someday, somewhere, somehow, somebody will put Chris Brown exactly where he belongs, and it honestly doesn't have to be me. I would just really like it to be.
Wow.
Smart, too.
Wow, he
really,
killed him.
Really smart guy because...
I love his delivery, too, because that would be easy to kind of raise your voice and stuff.
Well, it's what he said when he was in here, too, about wrestling promos, that if you just talk,
right,
people will all of a sudden, like, listen.
Right.
Holy shit, what's this guy
Is that
saying?
how he does his promos?
A lot of times.
He doesn't really hype it up with the
Yeah.
voice and stuff? Yeah, he killed him there. He killed him.
Yeah. And he could beat the shit out of him.
Of course he could.
What is Chris Brown going to do now?
Well, he tweeted all night back at CM Punk. He didn't send a video or anything, but he was tweeting.
What does that do?
Yeah, he said it was a cute video. What did he write back?
He wrote, the video you just posted was cute. It's so funny how defensive you are.
Defensive? What is he talking?
It's a terrible response.
He's just a baby. Chris Brown is a baby.
He really has terrible comebacks. What else?
And then he wrote, and the fact that I really don't know who you are and could give a shit is the funny part.
Exclamation point.
You know who he is.
Of course he does.
Uh-huh.
I really hope this 15 minutes of fame is paying you for the long run because music lasts forever. Wrestlers come and go according to ratings.
Right. And music guys come and go according to sales. And
Holy
Chris
shit.
Brown, again, he has more fans. He's bigger than CM Punk. But the reality is CM Punk is not exactly a nobody. Isn't he like one of the champions? Is he
He's a WWE champion.
He's a WWE champion.
Yeah, that world's
He
pretty
has a fan base.
Right.
And he has a fan
Worldwide
base
fan
that's
base.
worldwide.
Yeah.
And he really could smack you like a woman if he wanted to.
Oh, he could kill him. And then he wrote...
and your bodyguards. Any one of your bodyguards, he would smash.
Yeah. Chris Brown wrote, I miss the real wrestlers. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bret the Hitman Hart, spelled wrong. Coco Beware, spelled wrong. Rowdy Roddy Piper, hashtag not no punks. Which, by the way, the WWE was touting. They were just jizzing all over themselves at this whole Twitter war because they love internet publicity. And so while SmackDown was on last night, they were making a big deal during Punk's match about saying hashtag not no punks was the #1 hashtag in the world.
What does that mean, not no punks?
He's saying, I don't want, I like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bret Hart, Coco Beware, not no punks.
He's calling CM a punk, but he's also his name is Punk.
Yeah.
I got you.
But it's amazing that a guy who beat his girlfriend up is literally calling a guy who could flatten him without even a closed fist. It's like, come on, man. No one, even are Chris Brown's fans not thinking he's kind of a douche for this?
I don't get Chris Brown's fans.
Yeah,
they're the truth. They're just like
they're a
blindly
weird bunch.
loyal.
They're a weird bunch. But I mean, Chris Brown's a punk for fucking beating the shit out of Rihanna while he's driving a car. That's more of a punk move, isn't it? Of
course.
Somebody asked,
so why would he even go there? I would leave the punk part out of it.
Didn't CM Punk start with Chris Brown first, though? And Chris Brown wrote, they need ratings, bruh. I'm generous.
All right, whatever. Fucking guy's delusional.
And then he wrote, today will be the last day I bring CM Punk existence up.
Of course it will.
The confrontations that people continuously bring my way are very amusing because honestly that shit is too time consuming to argue with every person who has their own issues to deal with.
You know what? The video's everywhere. He's going to have to deal with this.
He has to deal with it because, again, the guy said
everywhere.
you're not a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not a man.
Because now everyone's looking at Chris Brown like, well, are you going to prove you're a man or not?
Yeah. And he said you had a team telling you what to tweet and delete. You don't want any part of CM Punk physically.
Nah.
No.
You want no part of this animal physically.
And CM Punk isn't a fighter. Like, he couldn't beat any actual MMA fighters, but he has trained MMA.
But he's also a guy, he's not an MMA ability fighter, but he's also a guy, any Mick Foley, any of those dudes, they are used to being struck. They're used to being thrown on the ground. They're used to being fucking hit, even though you're pulling back and you... Dude, they fucking get thrown off the top rope.
Yeah.
These are guys that are fucking animals, man. They're really physically very, very tough dudes.
So what's going to happen with this? Sam?
Nothing. It'll go away because Chris Brown is a much bigger guy on Twitter. But things like this CM Punk thing are going to follow him for years, and it's annoying to be spoken to like that.
Right.
Nobody wants to be talked to like that.
This Chris Brown will explode. There will be something.
Yeah,
that happens
I think
with
something
this guy.
else will happen.
Absolutely will. Because he can't take it. It's just building up inside. And
He should have ignored the CM Punk thing. Because, again,
Oh, yeah.
he has 8 million Twitter followers.
And you also have to recognize, too, that, like, CM Punk is not as big as Chris Brown, but the WWE as a brand is as big as Chris Brown.
Absolutely
so
bigger, yeah.
The fact that WWE is going with this hard means that, every wrestling fan is going to be against Chris Brown. They're all going to be tweeting him.
Is tweeting
all
this
of them
shit today.
That is true.
Like, this is the front page of WWE's website.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
The number one thing is a big picture of CM Punk and Chris Brown.
Chris Brown's not going to be able to help himself. He's going to do something just as stupid.
And he will engage. It's hard to not engage them. Can you check his at mentions? And most of them are probably his fans.
Nah, it gets ugly, man.
But you're right. I didn't think of that. The WWE is a massive PR machine.
Yeah.
It gets ugly.
And if they're fucking kind of pushing this as well, that's the last thing you want that's all these dumb wrestling fans.
What are some of the latest ad mentions for Chris Brown?
Like this chick, this big.
What about the Bill Walton? That is one of the funniest fucking Twitter accounts, by the way.
Oh yeah,
not Bill Walton. If you guys are looking for someone to follow,
watch CM
not
Punk.
Bill Walton is great.
Watch CM Punk put woman beater Chris Brown in his place. Throw it down, Punk, throw it down. But then you're right, this fat chick, Barbie bitch, all Chris Brown needs to do is tell them haters is, who are you to judge?
Right.
And it's like, but then again, she's a fat girl and he's a sex symbol. I kind of get that.
Go to not Bill Walton's Twitter because he had a great Rihanna tweet about hanging with the Bobcats. Could you find it really fast? It was around her birthday. Does he tweet a lot?
Yeah, he tweets.
All right, singer. Wait, I think you just had it. Where the fuck did
right
this
here.
go? Yeah, singer Rihanna used to have the. No, that's not the one either.
It's a lot of. He tweets a lot.
Yeah, this Bill Walton needs to fucking relax, simmer down.
Nah, he's got really funny tweets though.
Wait, hold on.
If you can find it about the Bobcats. Rihanna hangs out with the Bobcats because they don't beat anyone or something. Fuck, I don't know. Just fuck that up. Whatever. All right, so Chris Brown's gonna try to let this thing go.
He says, but it's gonna be tough. Especially because, he should have ignored it. It was so stupid to just keep coming back.
He can't help
at Punk.
himself.
That's right.
He's gonna act out again, and it's gonna be just as excuse me, just as ugly.
And he is big, but you're right. What he doesn't consider is the fact that if the WWE is pushing it, there are a lot of wrestling fans.
You know how excited this makes wrestling fans? I was tweeting at Chris Brown last night. It's just exciting that,
it's real shit.
Right.
Instead of that fake crap you guys deal with every day.
Well,
yeah.
It's exciting stuff.
It sure is. Okay.
I'm about positivity. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
That means you're not about positivity if you write it like that.
You would have to.
You're far from positive.
The answer to that would be why are you doing so much charitable stuff? Oh, it's because I'm about positivity, not why won't you answer questions about beating up a woman?
Not only should he have answered questions, but this is where his PR team sucks dick, and that's where these publicists should all be fucking pushed into a vat of shit, is you should talk people about it, talk to them, and go slow. You take away people's weapon when you open up about it. Mm-hmm. And if he was completely open and said, look, I had been drinking. It was a horrible, horrible day. I seen that shit growing up. It was a terrible thing I did. I can look back and see these punches. And if he walked you through it and really regretted it, he takes so much of your weapon to smash him with it away.
Right.
Even if you're not sincere, but he's just a dummy who thinks people want to hear about his fucking songs.
And in America, most people would move on from that. You're definitely going to have to deal with people in general. But most people go, all right, look, enough. He fucking explained himself, and I'm moving on with my stupid life.
And if he was smart,
right,
he would point out the fact that other people have made similar mistakes. If he felt it got unreasonable,
right,
he would point out that other people have made similar mistakes and moved on. You can't throw Tommy Lee under the bus because that makes you look like a baby who's just talking about somebody else. But if you got to say, I look to guys like Tommy Lee, who had his share of issues, and you know what? He's managed to move on and live a good life. Or I look to other guys in this business that have done similar things that were dumb and how they move on. There's just a way to do it if you're a good talker, and he's not.
He didn't do any of that. He didn't even come close to doing any of that.
He's like, and this is about positivity and about the new song.
Did he even say he made a mistake? Did he even say he fucked up?
I'm sure he has.
Yeah, he said, when it was first happening, when he was in court and stuff. I've learned from my mistakes.
This guy says usually agrees with us. You don't have to agree with us, by the way.
Let's hear what
it's
he says.
Okay. He says usually agrees with you guys, but you are way off on this one. Chris in Brooklyn, go ahead.
Hey, you guys are way off, man. I mean, did you see when C. Breezy was on the cover of the New York Post after that Good Morning America incident?
What about it?
He's a pretty big guy, man.
Oh, yeah, he's not, dude. He's in shape. He's not like, I'm not saying he's a fucking pussy.
But what do we weigh off on? You think Chris Brown could easily handle CM Punk if they really went at it?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, right. What'd you say, Jimmy, about?
I said I'm not saying that the guy.
I heard you.
Funny. Yeah, CM Punk would murder him. He's in shape, but he's in workout shape, but he doesn't get knocked around like a fucking professional wrestler does, man.
Chris Brown could beat me up, but not CM Punk.
Let's go to Jorge. Looks like Jorge.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
How do you spell Jorge?
Yes, it's pronounced Jorge, spelled Jorge.
WHORE-HEY.
I'm
It's
assuming
what you yell on the street.
I'm assuming it's not spelled JORJE, right?
Yeah, I've heard all the jokes, guys. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Jimmy, I love you. I love you to death, Jimmy, but you're way off base on this whole Chris Brown thing. Well, no, not way off base. I just think you're being a bit of a hypocrite.
Why?
Because if you recall, when you had that thing going down with, Jesse Ventura, you used a lot of the same defenses Chris Brown used against CM Punk.
No, I didn't. I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, for example, you're saying, "Oh, you're bigger and stronger than me, so what? I could give a care." You were saying all this.
I'll tell you why I said that. Why I said that was because, first of all, it was in the heat. It was happening live in that moment. And when we were arguing, I didn't mention that Jesse was bigger and stronger than me at all. It didn't. The only time I mentioned that is like he said something nasty and I said something nasty. He said something nasty. We kept you're going back and forth. You're one-upping each other, or you're trying to. When he touched me, when he patted me, that made it different. That made it different because he was in the room with me and he physically touched me. So for me, in order to one-up it like I just was, I would have to slap him the same way, so I couldn't do that, and that's why that came out. It's totally different. Is that Chris Brown's dick? Yeah. Holy God, no wonder he's cocky. It's a little thinner than it should be, but he's packing like fucking 9.
Why is he taking pictures of his dick?
Why would? Because it's big. Why wouldn't you?
The fuck? I bet you he doesn't have to squeeze that.
No, probably not.
Urine just flows out of that thing. Why did he do that?
This is a little while ago. He just sent it to a chick.
And she twittered it? Of course. Yeah. I don't blame him, though. If I had a package like that, I would definitely send it to a girl. It's a little thinner than
him with a lot of Team Breezy.
I'm going to fucking follow him now. So, sorry, but I'm not saying the same thing at all.
Well, I just think, when you were saying, CM Punk could kick your ass, Chris Brown, you were actually, emphasizing the physical as opposed to the debate aspect of CM Punk versus Chris Brown.
But I mean, he made it physical. That's why we're talking in those terms.
And the reason I'm mentioning the physical is, I guess
call me Sir Jimmy, please.
The point I'm making is for Chris Brown to have, I'm talking more about the embarrassing part of a guy like Chris Brown having a guy say you're a punk and you're not a man. It's once that's out there. Now, I'm a comic. It's a lot different for me than it is for a guy who makes his living being sexy and he tries to have a tough image. Mm-hmm. To have another guy calling you and saying you're not a man and there's literally nothing you can do to respond that's real.
Okay, I get it. I see
the Jesse Ventura thing that day was, it was a battle of wits and intelligence. And then when Jesse felt like he couldn't hang in there anymore, that's when he got so mad and went with the whole physical thing. This situation, it started as a physical thing. CM Punk is basically saying you're not a man and I want to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but, right from the get-go, it's just a guy saying basically you're not a man.
Yeah. And Chris Brown also makes his living a lot different than I do. His image is so much, Team Breezy, he's a cool guy. Dude, I'm a mush.
You're a cool guy, Jimmy.
Thank you. I'm Fonzie cool. But I mean, when these UFC fighters comes in, all I do is act like a groveling fruit. I'm very, very upfront with the fact that I'm not a fighter. I'm not a tough dude. I got a big mouth.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
What do they call you, Jimmy?
The cocksucker? Oh, wait. What's that?
The what?
The quick tapping kid.
Yes, I'm the quick tapping kid.
How's the arm?
All right, punch it out, guys.
Bruised badly.
It's getting worse?
No, it's probably healing up now. I would love to get it punched again. Here.
Why would you love to get it punched again? Jesus, look at that bruise.
That's a good
fucked
one.
Up.
Looks like an eagle tattoo.
I love the fact that you got a penis bruise on your arm.
I know, it's funny.
It looks exactly
Thank God he didn't punch
like
my
a
chin.
fucking penis. All right, it's Black History Month.
Boy,
Howard's done working already? And why didn't
Not
you
for
tell
the
me
day.
this shit?
No, he'll be here for the rest of the day.
Howard worked 2 days in the last 2 weeks? Why does the company put up with that crap?
He's got a good agent.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck! And yes, I'm jealous because
So you
people
have-
ask me every time it comes up. Yeah, I'm very jealous.
Well, Monday was President's Day.
He's only working 2 days this week,
Yeah, because Monday was President's
and
Day.
last week he worked none.
He has another job. He's got to do his other job too.
And they penny pinch us.
Well,
Anyway,
maybe not when we're in Cleveland.
What? Ooh. Are we making plans for Cleveland?
Oh yeah.
Are we taking a Greyhound bus?
I don't know what we're doing.
I bet you we are. Are we taking a Greyhound bus? Let me know now.
I believe that they will probably make accommodations so that you don't have to take
plane.
What?
Or the Bomba plane.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all airplanes.
Oh, La Bamba plane. I think it's the Obama plane.
Yeah.
I did too. Air Force One would have been a
Yeah,
great
that would
way
have been
to
a lovely
travel.
way to go.
He's very happy with himself, though. You got another Lynn pun?
Linamania.
Linamania. That's not a pun at all.
All right, well, Sam just had to let me know how.
No, because you said something, so I said I just said he's not going to be here.
What did I say?
Well, you don't want me to say what you said.
What did I say?
You said he could suck your dick.
Oh, well, yeah, I did.
And I said he wouldn't be able to do that because he's not after today.
Oh, after today he can't because he doesn't work anymore for this week. Will he be back next week, maybe?
Yeah.
Will we be fortunate enough to have him next week at this company? Oh, that's good.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wow, who the fuck's running this place?
He's got a great agent. Fuck, I wish we had that agent. I mean, I like Bob, but God damn it.
Yeah, he does have a good agent.
Phenomenal.
We'd like something in between, right?
Yeah, just
I don't expect his schedule of money, but something a little more than what we got now would be nice. Wake up, Bob. Wake the fuck up.
It's not going to happen.
He doesn't listen to us.
No.
He says he catches Sam sometimes.
Hey, Bob.
That's good. He admits that. Yeah, sometimes I catch Sam.
Does he like it?
He didn't know Patrice had a stroke for like a week.
I know. Oh, jeez. This is the guy we're counting on. It's terrific. Oh. I told him to get right the fuck in there and battle it out with Greenstein about the Super Bowl shit. I didn't even hear the outcome of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I made it perfectly clear that we were very bothered by that whole thing, and that he should go in there and fucking spar.
Did he?
I don't know. He never called me back. Wake up, Bob.
Not going to happen.
Dana White there, Jimmy. He's a friend of ours.
Yes, he is.
And he's calling out Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Well,
and he should have, I believe.
I think they don't like each other. I remember
Yeah,
Dana
they got
told
some
me
history,
that.
right?
When I was at the compound, I went over for lunch that time with my girlfriend, and he showed me around the entire UFC offices.
Yeah.
And I remember being in the garage and him mentioning Mayweather, and I don't remember what was said.
Wait, how are the offices, by the way?
Nice. And there's a gym in there and like a
Really?
fucking ring. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
They take care of their people. Really, Dana takes care of his people. But I remember not...
Well, we're taken care of here.
Compared to, yeah. I mean, some people, sure. Compared to what some people are treated in life. Sure.
Look, you couldn't really commit to that. Well, that's a guy that cares about his people and the company in general.
Does.
Not just one fucking guy. That would be like Dana White just like paying John Jones everything, and then everyone else has to work for the UFC and make nothing. That's so stupid. It's going to be the downfall of the whole place. That's not smart.
No.
And then the guy you pay all the money to doesn't even give a fuck.
He's got another job.
And he goes and gets another job. He fucking rubs it in the company's face.
That's the smartest thing to do because now you have a counterbalance against the company. You got to have a counterbalance against the company, and that's a smart thing to do because now it's like, well, we're not going to pay you. Fine, I'll go here.
I don't blame Howard. I blame the company for being so stupid.
And I don't blame them. I blame our agent. I blame.
Wake up, Bob.
I blame no one but our agent.
Wake up, Bob. How about you get back to me about the Super Bowl thing? Did you make it perfectly clear how pissed off we were to Greenstein like I told you to?
Bob's not engaged enough, I don't think.
Nick's discipline deets for Linsler. What's this about?
It's a new one.
A radio voice.
All right, let's put that in the on deck circle. So Dana White there, Jimmy. They have a history, Mayweather and Dana.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but I like the fact that this press release won't even mention the word. I just hate this country.
Yeah, but we're going to seg right into it because we got two Lynn stories. So the first is
Dana calling out Mayweather, who's been saying that black players do the same thing every night but don't get the respect. I disagree with Mayweather on that, but he is right to point out that Lynn is getting more attention because he's Asian, because he is. I don't know if he has said anything else. Only that one statement I know.
I slightly disagree. I think the Asian thing absolutely helps, but it's such a crazy story that it didn't matter what fucking color he was. But this kid came out of nowhere.
He did.
And then on top of it, he's Asian, which just puts it over the top, yes. But I think he would have got just about the same amount of attention if he was just a white kid or a black kid. I'm telling you.
Black kid, no, because that's so expected in the NBA.
Yeah, but not a guy that no one knew about. Usually you know the players when they're coming up. You know these guys. This guy came out of nowhere.
I don't know.
And on top of that, in all fairness, he put up more points than anybody else in the league for his first 8 starts. Or close to it. He was right up there.
Yeah, he's a good player.
So, quit pitching.
What did Dana say?
Sorry. Enough. We don't care. Just do the show. Well, I'm not doing the show in October. Stupid Travis. So, fuck off.
And by that he means our Travis.
Yeah, why?
Fuck off, Travis in Iowa. And you're
Worried about his job.
See, I want to do the show past October, but under these circumstances, I'm not. And that's going to cause major problems no matter how you look at it, asshole. This company has to wake the fuck up. Anyway, so Dana White, what?
I guess he called him. I don't know if Lynn has said, if Mayweather has said anything else which indicates that he's racist. I don't know. Let's hear what Dana said. I don't know. I guess he doesn't like Mayweather.
First of all, what he said, I think, is racist. He's made a couple of racist comments, and yes, Floyd, you're racist with the stuff that you said. First of all, Jeremy Lin gets all this credit because he's an Asian player in the NBA that African Americans never get. Yeah, he's getting all this praise because he's an Asian guy playing in the NBA. And you say that African Americans don't get it? Really, Kobe Bryant doesn't get any praise? Michael Jordan never got any praise? The list goes on and on of guys who completely get praised for being great NBA basketball players. Not only can he compete and make it in the NBA, the guy's tearing it up and is breaking records, you knucklehead, okay? Second of all, the other thing you said Manny Pacquiao should go make some sushi somewhere. Sushi's from Japan. He's from the Philippines, dummy, okay? Don't worry about what all these other guys are doing and shooting your big mouth off on Twitter. What you should worry about is getting in there and making the fight that all the boxing fans want to see. Get in there and fight Manny Pacquiao. You don't deserve more of the purse. Split that. If there was ever a fight in history that should be split 50-50, it's the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Shut up. Both of you split the money up and put on the fight that everybody, including me, wants to see.
Wow.
Good for Dana.
Love Dana.
Floyd Mayweather, I think, is ducking Pacquiao, and I think Floyd Mayweather is really fucking annoying.
So what? He's coming up with excuses why they can't get this fight together?
Fucking baby.
Because I would imagine there's a lot of money there for that fight, right?
He'd rather hang out with 50 Cent and be a fucking and get his hair cut and be. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
I sound like an old man saying that, but.
But yeah, I mean, the blacks have been getting a lot of attention in the NBA. What is
that's where he's a complete asshole. It's like, come on, the blacks don't get praised in the NBA.
Of course they do.
But this guy, but again, Dana even agreed he is getting more because he's an Asian guy tearing it up. You just don't see it that much.
He would have got a lot of attention no matter what, and then the Asian thing, I'm telling you, just pushes it completely over the top. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
No.
That's why the Asians are all watching it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of he's brought a lot of Asians into the sport now.
Like, you don't hear about...
So that part of it is absolutely true, but I'm just saying it's not the only reason why we're paying attention.
No, it's not.
That's where people get confused.
He's a very good player, so they would be paying attention. If he was just a black guy, they would be.
A very good player that just went unnoticed. Just went unnoticed. Was just there.
Right.
Anyone could have picked them up. And Knicks were like, all right, we kind of need a point guard right now. We'll pick him up and we'll see what happens. And the next thing you know, he's starting, and he did what he did. He's on the cover of Sports Illustrated for the second week in a row. That doesn't happen often. It happened. Michael Jordan 3 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Just to give you an idea, he's already up to 2 weeks in a row, and who knows? There's a possibility he could get the third.
I love the fact that like Dana and CM Punk are coming out and slamming these guys on video.
Right.
I love it.
It's great.
It's nice.
All right, that leads us to the next Jeremy Lin story. This just went down. Knicks discipline Ditas. Who's Ditas? Spero Ditas for Lin slur. New York Knicks radio voice. Okay. Spero Ditas was disciplined by Madison Square Garden Network on Tuesday. I can't listen to basketball on the radio. Can you listen to any sports on the radio?
Sure.
Baseball,
yeah.
Baseball's easy, right?
Football, and I have to, but baseball is easy, yeah.
I'll do a little hockey just to try to, keep up with my team. But basketball, nah, I never fucking listened to a game on the radio, even when I was really, really into it.
Wait, by the way, where is this from?
What do you mean?
Where is this disgustingly sanitized press release? Is this from the Knicks?
No, this is a news story, so it must be AP or something.
Look at the way these... Nah, I would say AP, but look at the way these fucking pussies... Look at the... Where is this from, Travis?
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports. Look at the way these pussy sports people write this story.
Because everyone's scared. Everyone's fucking scared out there.
Did he say chink? Did he say the word chink?
Everyone's scared.
God almighty. If he said the word chink, he said the word chink. You're the news. Don't make us guess. God, what fucking pussies. You're reporting a story that happened. If a woman was raped, would you put she was D? God almighty, what fucking cocksuckers. Screaming, sorry.
Really fast. I got to go to Rick in California. Rick, go ahead.
Hey, guys, check it out. Floyd Mayweather is such a douchebag. If this is a black guy in hockey that just went up just out of nowhere, came out from minors, scored 40 or 50 goals, ESPN, it would be all over the freaking place.
Absolutely.
This dude was going crazy, and he was black. So Mayweather should shut his fucking mouth and just, worry about being whatever he is right now.
I think Mayweather just didn't have enough knowledge to understand that this kid really did just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's the key to the story. I mean, even if it's a black hockey player, it has to be a black hockey player that just kind of went unnoticed and all of a sudden was brought up and then was like, the sensation.
It's jealousy. It's taken all the attention away from, maybe a black like Chris Paul, what he's doing with the Clippers out here, or something else. Now all of a sudden it's Jeremy Lin.
Look, there's a few guys that are jealous because he did get a shitload of attention. One of the guys, Deron Williams from the Nets, who arguably is the best point guard in the NBA right now, he was like, I'm over this Lin shit. But the Lin sanity crap started when the Knicks played the Nets the first time around. Fucking Lin had a much better game than Deron Williams. But Deron Williams is like, fuck you, man. I do this every night, and I'm considered the best point guard in the league, and I don't get the headlines this kid's getting. But the reason he did was because he came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I agree. And check it out. It's earned praise. It's not like the guy still isn't scoring 25 a night or getting 25 and 10 every night. He's still putting out. So
right.
It hasn't, even though it's only been 10 games, he still isn't, just turning, back to a guy that's scoring 12 and getting 5 assists and turning the ball over all over the place. He's still earning the praise.
And in a way, it's too bad that he is Asian because people are focusing on that maybe a little too much too,
Absolutely.
It's almost too bad it's working against him because he's just a fucking human being that just is doing an amazing thing here right now.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks,
Bye,
Rick.
man. Thank you.
All right, so the Knicks radio announcer disciplined by Madison Square Garden Network on Tuesday after it emerged. He uttered the same phrase used by 2 ESPN employees on Friday night during Jeremy Lin's first loss as a starter against the Hornets, and that phrase would have been chink in the armor.
But look at the next paragraph, the way they phrase it.
ESP fired a headline writer for using the phrase, which carries obvious racial overtones when used in reference to a person of Asian descent. On the Knicks game story on its website, and suspended an anchor for putting the phrase in a question he asked about Lin's weakness during an interview with Hall of Fame Knicks guard Walt Frazier. That is one long fucking sentence.
These
right
fucking cowards won't even write the word in a legitimate news story
context. Yeah, if it's
context.
a news story, that's where you should absolutely be safe, right?
What fucking cowards?
We're even scared to fucking write it in a news story.
Oh, I just can't stand the way they dance. Again,
or even just like C --.
So, just the word is chink. The
see how they had
phrase is
explained
chink
it?
in the armor.
That was one long run-on sentence to try to explain that it was chink in the armor.
Which carries obvious racial overtones when used in reference to a person of Asian descent. Say it, chink in the armor, you faggots.
Someone and
God.
I never know when I'm going here, and I should start writing this shit down. But someone on Twitter helped me out and found a headline about
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Oh, you got that too?
Yep.
Where it said chink in the armor. And he is part Asian, too.
So you got to save these tweets.
So why the fuck was there no uproar there?
Because it's a legitimate phrase.
And no one thought about Tiger as Asian. Wanda Sykes had a really funny joke about how this is years ago, how everybody was saying that he's part Asian, golfer, Asian. She's like saying that everyone's trying to claim him because he's so good.
Right.
She goes, let him get in trouble.
Right.
Let him get arrested. They'll say black golfer arrested. It was a very funny bit, and she was right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be honest, I don't think I ever heard chink in the armor before.
Oh, God, yeah.
The more I think about it, I always heard kink.
No, I always heard chink.
Yeah, I always heard chink.
I always heard kink in the armor.
Because a chink is like a little thing chipped with that, chipped out of it.
Yeah. Wood has chink in armor. There it is. Headline from 2003 when he was playing the Masters, it looks like, because it's out of Augusta. The term Spuro deeds unintentionally and inadvertently used during a recent live radio broadcast was inappropriate and inconsistent with the high regard we have for Jeremy Lin as a member of our MSG family as well as the Asian community. MSG said in a statement, bunch of fucking pussies. How about you stick up for your fucking guy if chink in the armor is used a lot?
Well, don't you love how they say he unintentionally used it? Like, no, he intentionally used that phrase.
But
Because
not
it's
to
a
be
legitimate
hateful,
phrase.
just because everyone is punning their asses off. And he goes, chink in the armor. This is a perfect tie-in. Perfect.
So all you people out there, until you start screaming about this stuff, are going to have to live with this politically correct nonsense.
You want to hear how it came across on the broadcast?
Be funny if it's really mean.
We'll do it.
And the chink scores a goal.
So for the first time in what has been a remarkable 2-week run, Jeremy Lin shows a chink in the armor. The Knicks' 7-game winning streak ends against the Hornets as they fall for the first time since February the 3rd. 9 turnovers committed by Lin. And your final score, the New Orleans Hornets 89 and the New York Knicks 85.
They didn't fire this guy, right?
No.
All right, good.
Do you know what? Do you think that it's people don't even realize, like, is it a desire to say something fucked up and not even realizing it? Like, are you saying chink because, like I said, when I was a little kid, you wanted to say the bad word? Is that?
I've heard. I didn't know this guy's name.
How could it be?
I didn't know this guy's name, but I've heard his voice many, many fucking times
Yeah.
when they play a clip here and there on like 10-10 wins or whatever. He's like a traditional broadcaster.
No, but I've never heard
he's not
chink
gonna-
in the armor, though.
He's not going to go for
In sports, it's used a lot.
Yeah,
he's not going to go for. He's not going to go for an edgy thing. He just totally assumed he could easily just say this.
No, I don't mean edgy. And I can't say I've never heard it, but I don't hear it that often. It's an expression I'm familiar with, but I don't. It doesn't register to me. And now all of a sudden, when referencing the Asian guy, this guy uses it, ESPN writes it, and the ESPN guy says it. Like, why? And I don't think that was ever said about Derek Jeter 3 times in a week. Not for any reasons other than it's just not the most common phrase. Weakness in his game is what people would say more commonly with sports. Like, I guess he's got a hole in his game or a weakness in his game. Chink in the armor's one, but it's almost happening too fast.
Well,
where people don't even realize they're doing it, but that word is lurking.
So the difference between saying he's got a weakness in his game and a chink in the armor is that sports guys love puns.
Yeah.
They live for puns.
They live for them.
I don't think they're
all
trying to
wanted
be
come
edgy.
up with a brand new one.
But this is here. It's almost like there's a part of them that needs to get it out. To say chink. The chink is scoring. It's like they want to say it.
I think if I'm a traditional broadcaster like this guy, that would raise a red flag in my brain, saying chink in the armor, just knowing he's Asian.
And now that phrase won't be used
Not on this show.
for any player.
We would
Can't
do it
use
just
for
to be idiots. But, I mean, if you're traditional, not really going for shocking or any of that shit, I would assume that would raise some kind of red flag. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, it's not. Because what you say, they use it a lot.
Yeah.
I've
anymore.
never heard chink in the armor, I'm telling you.
It's used. I mean, look, in this situation where they had won X amount of games and
Outside of Tiger and Jeremy Lin, could you find another time they...
I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, football, absolutely. Yeah, you go on a winning streak and everything's great, and then, some team beats you.
Here's the other part of the story, too. All these sports guys that are close to this, they were waiting for Jeremy Lin to have that one bad game. They couldn't wait because that's a story in itself. So they already were prepared and ready to go with chink in the armor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we going to say when he has that first bad game?
They love the fall as much as the rise.
Absolutely.
By the way, do you know what I think of when I think of that phrase and why? For me, it's one that I kind of think I'm contradicting myself. I haven't heard it, but the 12-step program I go to, in one of the steps, they're talking about newcomers, and they're talking about different types of people that get sober. Some are very needy and vulnerable, and they said they're talking about the other kind. They said, and some very rarely need comforting, and the job of people who are helping them is to find the chink in their armor through which the light of reason can shine. Like that's immediately what I think of when I hear that phrase. So to me, it's a very, I guess because I've read through that step hundreds of times in my life.
Right.
And I've read that phrase hundreds of times. Watch someone call me and correct me and go, no, it's kink.
I've heard kink over the years. I'm just amazed I never heard kink in the armor.
I've never heard kink in the armor that I can think of.
I haven't either.
Is it a legit phrase?
Kink in the armor? I don't think so.
I've never heard kink in the armor. You probably heard of this. You probably heard chink and you heard kink.
Wow.
Does it come up?
Well, more to the story as you try to find that. Sparrow deeply regrets the error and never intended to offend anyone. I believe that. Mostly these apologies are bullshit, but I believe that. Because he's like a traditional broadcaster, most particularly Jeremy, whom he holds in high esteem. We took appropriate disciplinary action in dealing with this matter, but we'll keep details internal to the organization. Deeds released his own comment through the Knicks, which said, I am deeply sorry that my unfortunate choice of words offended anyone. It was completely unintentional. I have apologized to Jeremy, and I apologize to the Asian community if others were offended. I will be much more sensitive to my choice of words moving forward. So there you go. I mean, chink in the armor is off fucking limits with this Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy's been getting a lot of phone calls apologizing for chink in the armor.
He's like, shut up. I'm trying to find a place to live. Although he's got some great places to live now. No more couch for Jeremy Lin. If you look close, it looks like he has bed bug bites, by the way. He was
from the couch.
I'm thinking.
That was from the armor.
It's either that or they're scratching him a lot on the court. Look closely tonight when they play the Hawks. He's got a lot of fucking marks on him. But they are playing him fucking tough. Very physical.
They're having people who use kink in the armor. You're not crazy.
They've used kink in the armor,
Yeah,
right?
they've used both.
They've used both. I swear to you, I'm trying to remember ever hearing chink in the armor before this Jeremy Lin thing.
I've never heard kink in the armor.
God, we ought to just all get. We ought to just all get out and just talk about this naked.
What?
Just fucking figure
Why
it
does it
out.
have to be naked?
I don't know. It'd be so raw. A bunch of
Why?
guys sitting around, our fucking balls hanging out, talking about what we've heard and haven't heard.
Dr. Gay has a boner.
Now they're saying Sparrow got a DWI earlier this year. I don't know that. This guy's saying it. Made the Knicks look bad. Knicks looking to can him. Was that in the story? Yeah. I read the whole story.
No, you didn't.
I read the highlighted part.
Well, that's the
good
important
enough.
part, yeah.
Kink in the chain. Yeah, kink in the armor. Sam backed me up. Said that the kink in the armor is also.
Yeah, July 4th.
Yeah, July 4th weekend. Yeah, but that's a freebie day.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be. Nah, you shouldn't get a DWI on 4th of July.
That's right after he.
Shouldn't get a DWI on 4th of July or New Year's Eve.
That sounds like probably when the most drunk driving accidents would happen.
That's why I fucking stay off the
Thanksgiving
road.
Eve.
Let the drunks figure it
Halloween.
out. Let them fucking bumper car themselves all over the place.
Yeah. I gotta get home.
You
sometime.
drive around on New Year's Eve? What are you, crazy?
Yeah, I had to drive home.
Yeah.
I drove home on New Year's Eve. I drove home from the city.
Where were you?
Your house.
You were at my house for New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Was I there?
Oh, yeah, well, kind of.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, me and Jess and your wife. And
what did I do?
Jim. Jim was there.
You were there, Jim?
You were on Twitter.
I was tweeting?
Yeah, yeah. You had some good tweets. I mean, I checked when I got home.
You were tweeting from the couch, too. Nothing better than getting people over my house and everyone's just tweeting from their part of the couch.
I think a kink in the armor refers to like the chainmail Under Armour, whereas a chink in the armor.
Yes, we've already established this.
Right. Yeah. What do you doing?
Sorry, I couldn't let you just finish. Like I've never repeated myself on the show.
We got Brother Joe. We're down one Kumia, but we got a replacement Kumia on the line. Joe, what's
Hello,
up?
Joe. The more masculine of the Kumias.
What's up, brother?
The slang term chink refers specifically to Chinese, not to any old run-of-the-mill Asian. In other words, a Vietnamese gentleman might be referred to as a slope. A Japanese gentleman may be referred to as a slant. But specifically, chink is reserved for Chinese gentlemen.
Yeah, but that's if you could tell all those people apart.
Well, the bottom line is, though, I mean, if it were chink in the armor,
right,
that would mean that he's still protected. Now, if he said, looks like the chink's out of the armor, then there might be a problem. I mean, I don't think he said it, to refer to him as a chink. Chink in the armor, I've heard a billion times. It's a common term, for a weak point.
I really do. I really think that people have it on their mind and don't even realize they do, only because it's happening so much. It's like I've never heard it used about any player that much in like a 2 or 3 day period. I think it's in people's mind, like that naughty part of you, and you don't even realize it. Like when you see a woman who's misbehaving, the first thing you say is "cunt," and you can't say it, but you think it. That's that racist part of us, like where you just you don't want to call a guy a chink, but the word is there. It's like the one word you don't want to slip out.
Right.
Yeah. The boy that got himself in trouble, though, I don't think it was purpose. I don't think it was on purpose.
No, I don't think so either.
It's really a slip.
I think because they live in a pun world. They all came up with their puns, and this one was an obvious one that they
it's
just
more the
went with.
situation. You know?
Right.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he finally lost."
Yeah, chink in the armor, but I'm not saying he's a chink.
I see Jim's point, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Joe,
it is
where are
odd
you going
that
to be,
there's
brother?
At least 3.
Coming up Thursday. We're at the Red Lion downtown Manhattan. Thursday night.
Very good.
Around 10 o'clock. All right, gentlemen.
Take care, brother.
Thanks, Joe.
Talk to you soon, guys.
See you, man.
Brother Joe. Leno said chink in the armor.
Did he?
I don't know. Let's find out. Adam in Illinois. Adam.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Hey.
Leno last week, I think, said chink in the armor during his monologue. It was the night he had Tyler Perry on. I don't know exactly which night it was.
Was he talking about?
Was he making?
He wasn't talking about Jeremy Lin, but he did say it.
It's an allowable phrase. And just because... No, I'm not yelling at you, sir.
I understand that. I'm just saying that Jimmy said he's never heard it. I'm just saying,
I shouldn't have said I've never heard it. What I was saying, and I was wrong to say I've never heard it. What I was talking about was it's not something I hear commonly. I shouldn't have said that. I don't hear it commonly, and I guess when I hear it, it doesn't even really register. And then I kind of explain why I said that, because I've read the phrase so many times in that step, and I've heard it in certain meetings and talking about whatever you discuss the step. So to me, it's a very common phrase, but I just don't remember hearing it that often in reference to sports.
I think you're hearing it a lot more now. I don't think anybody ever paid attention to it before.
Yeah, maybe we just heard it a lot and just didn't think twice, because I just don't remember really hearing that in sports. But everyone's coming forward and saying, no, man, it's used a lot.
But real
But
brave
maybe
at
that's
Fox,
what it is.
The way they wrote it at Fox Sports, that politically correct fucking pussy sanitized way of writing in this country, it makes me just fucking hate everybody.
Yeah, it's a news story. Fucking print what the problem was.
And you don't have to write it like they don't write the word nigger, like they put an N and an, and I understand that, like you don't want to just put they can't put cunt, they can't, fine, but at least put, like you said, the
blank
word
in the armor.
Yeah. Just
that, and then people go, oh, that again.
Chink, yeah. We're just a country of
But they have no problem saying N-word, 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 in any article.
Well, they know C-word, like Ope said, the cunts have taken C-word. So this is the CH word, or this is the, when you say, this is the C-word, and then you make your eyes, you pull your eyes back like in the stereotypical Chinese way. How can we sanitize it in America, but we know we're talking about the Asian and not the cunts?
But
Do
then
we like to do that?
But we sanitize making it okay, I guess. Really? Is it okay then?
It's amazing. You can say N-word all the
It's still
time
the
now.
same problem.
It's acceptable to say. They have made it where you can say it. People think nigger, but they don't say it.
Right. But as soon as you say N-word, everyone's like, oh, shit, he just said the N-word.
They'll say it on the news. They'll say, coming up, a show with a lot of really fun N-words.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I guess Eastbound and Down uses Chink in the Armor a lot. I did not know that, and I like that show. I'll have to fucking
and that's
pay
about
more,
sports.
Yeah, pay closer attention. Let me say hi to Graham in Wisconsin. Graham.
Yeah, everybody knows Opie's right. You pointed this out before. It's definitely kink in the armor, just like it's amber waves of gray.
Yeah, it is that. That is that song. Gray skies. There's a lot of bombs flying.
I don't know about that.
What's the real word?
Grain.
Grain.
The waves of grain.
Waves of grain in the wind.
I'm the only one that thought that was gray.
You are absolutely.
Yeah.
You sure?
What's your favorite Dead song? A Touch of Grain?
You sure, though? Come on, half those songs were fucking made when they were looking at the sky, when shit was going down. Let's talk about this.
I mean, I thought
Gray skies.
I get it. I thought it was grain.
You thought it was grain?
Grain, yeah.
Not gray.
No, I never thought it was gray.
But
that's just
think
me.
it was grain. You knew.
Now one
I
person's
knew.
with me on this, huh?
No, nobody in
not a one.
industry has ever.
Not a
E-Rock?
one. Not a one.
E-Rock thought it was gray, or
no?
How the fuck did I graduate high school? That's what I got to ask myself. How the fuck did I do that?
He didn't know what we were talking about?
No.
I didn't start cheating until college, so I understand why I got through college. But high school, I didn't fucking cheat.
You didn't?
Well,
here and there.
Cheat sheets every once in a while.
That's cheating.
But who didn't? Little facts on tiny little pieces of paper that fit under your thumb.
I graduated high school in summer school.
It's like extra school. Did you cheat?
No, I just didn't do well.
Oh, I did a lot of cheating.
My senior year, I was in the junior class section of the yearbook and the senior class section of the yearbook.
My best cheating story, and I'm amazed I got away with this. I set up everything nice in the bathroom. Nice. Notes all over the fucking place. And then in the middle of the test, I actually said I have to go to the bathroom, and the teacher let me.
And the notes were still there?
All nice, set up.
Nice.
Why'd you put them in the bathroom? Why not just go to your locker?
Because I said I was going to the bathroom in case she checked. She could see me going into the fucking
He's
bathroom.
a cheater, not a liar.
Yeah, really.
Why don't you just carry him?
Huh?
Why don't you just put them in your pocket and then go to the bathroom?
I study, but then it's like, wait a minute. I can actually have notes during the test.
Yeah.
You did that?
No, I never did the bathroom thing.
I'm like, there's no way this bathroom thing's going to work. She's got to shut down the bathroom privilege during the test. She goes, all right. And I went in there. I'm like, holy fuck.
Well, she probably didn't think anybody
four or
was
5 answers quick.
She probably didn't think anybody was setting up notes in the bathroom like a fucking gun in The Godfather. We could tape the notes. It's an old-fashioned toilet. Tape the notes behind it.
Yeah, I hit him. I don't remember exactly how I hit him anymore.
They can't do that anymore, though. Like, all these kids have phones, and, like,
yeah, but
you can just go on Wikipedia on your phone.
No, but the teacher's whole job is to watch as you're taking
No, I
the
know.
test. Who's going to be able to pull out a phone?
There was one
No,
kid.
I mean, go to the bathroom during a test.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
One kid ripped out the page in his textbook, and he just put it on his desk. He got caught.
Of course he did. There was nothing more nerve-wracking when you decide to go down that road. And sometimes I would hide like a little cheat sheet under the paper, under the test, just fucking freaking out that I'm going to get caught.
I used to take...
And then trying to take that peek when you thought the coast was clear.
And trying not to crinkle any paper or anything.
All that shit. And then trying to get rid of the cheat sheet before you hand in the test.
Because that's right
Trying
there.
to get that back in your pocket.
Slide it back in. I used to take Latin, and every test... I would have to spit on my hands and just rub and rub and rub before I handed the test back in. I always had smeared black ink all over my hands because I wrote everything all over my hands.
I didn't feel guilty like cheating on shit that I knew didn't give a fuck about and would never have to know again. That never bothered me.
Yeah,
the classes I took that I'm like, this means something, I think, or will someday. Then I try to focus on that.
I wrote formulas for triangles on the inside of my calculators.
Shit. I'm not memorizing fucking formulas.
No.
They're a bunch of cheaters.
One time I cheated off a girl's test, like her entire test.
Right.
And then I got caught at the very end. And I told the teacher she didn't know I was doing it. And then I said, it's just, I haven't been doing well, and I got nervous, so I looked at her paper for the extra credit questions.
Really?
And the teacher said, well, I can't give you credit for the extra credit. And I said, I understand that. And she was like, luckily, you still got an 89. And I was like, great.
Teachers are so gullible.
Not one of those answers was mine.
I figured they knew we were all cheating. They knew it was
They just
bullshit,
didn't want to
too.
deal with it.
Well, they knew it was bullshit, too.
Yeah.
Teachers are smart. They know they're teaching shit that means nothing. Obama sang again. You like Obama singing, Jimmy?
It's irrelevant to me. I don't care if he sings or I don't care if he fucking sings or hums or break dances or fucking does the Watusi.
How about instead of singing, we make sure that gas doesn't go up to $5?
That would, yeah, exactly.
I think we're pushing $4 already in New York.
Yeah.
$4, $4.13 I saw.
Yeah.
How about you worry about that?
It was good last time when he sang, though. Nice voice.
This time he sang with a little Mick Jagger helping him out at BB King's.
No, it was
in New York.
No. BB King and Mick Jagger were both there.
Where?
It was some event for him. I don't know exactly
In New
where
York?
it was. I'm not sure that it was in New York.
By the way,
we know when he's here, so I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I don't
he
think it
here.
was.
It
must have been Chicago.
I was going to say, yeah, because we know the song he sang.
Yeah.
What?
No Deuces, who has been blocked. Jim Norton, you're a champion of free speech, but you're too fat and lazy to comment on Chink when it happened. Keep up, queer. I've been talking about this every day since it happened.
Yeah.
So I sent him a private message and called him a scumbag and blocked him.
Wow.
But it's like I've been talking about this every day.
Yeah, we were on top of this from day one.
I just wanted to say that. It felt really good to block him.
You couldn't
It
ignore
only happened 2 days ago. What day is this?
Exactly.
It's Wednesday.
It happened over the weekend. It was one of the first stories we talked about.
Yeah.
When we came back on radio. Here's Obama singing.
Thank you. God bless you all. We were trying to get you to help us sing that. Yeah. Because I heard you. Come on. I heard you singing Al Green. So you done started something. You got to keep it up now. You can do it. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Same old place, sweet home Chicago.
Is that all he sang?
Yeah.
If I didn't know the words.
It wasn't good either.
No.
See, yeah, they're only liking that because he's president. Chip says obvious things. It's like, no shit.
It's not even anything to be outraged by.
Yeah, he like pointed the microphone to someone else for the words that he didn't know.
BB King.
That was BB? I didn't see the video.
Yeah, he didn't sing very well this time either.
Right. I found one guy that thought it was gray as well. Just one, though. Fuck. One lousy
Most
fucking
people
guy.
know it's grain.
Everyone
because-
knows it's
No,
green,
it's
including that guy. He just wants you to like him.
I still think it's gray.
Well, I mean, you don't see the grain fields blowing in the wind.
I also saw the sky.
No,
They loved writing songs about the sky when it was getting ugly out there.
because bombs bursting in air.
And
you
amber's
go.
a color already.
There you go.
And what?
Amber is a color already.
Yeah, how could they be? How could the gray?
It was mixed
can
with
it be a
gray.
yellow gray?
Because the sun was going down and there's fucking smoke all over the place because we're bombing the shit out of the Brits.
But the waves themselves are both amber and gray?
Yes.
No, I don't think that makes any
You've
sense.
never seen a sunset, idiot.
I've checked your Twitter a couple times.
That sun spreads out at the end of the day. So you got the spreading sun and then you got the fucking, gray clouds. But they're not clouds because they're there from the smoke.
Have you seen grain fields before?
No.
You should check them out.
I'm from the East Coast.
The song will make a whole lot more sense to you.
Why?
Because you'll see, oh, I see, and when the wind blows them, it looks like waves.
What's the amber part?
That's the color of the grain.
I thought the grain was gray.
No, gray is the word that you just kind of inserted in there.
Oh, I see.
You understand.
Yeah, I do, I guess.
Amber waves made
gray.
of
gray.
No. Grain.
Gray. Jimmy, are we selling tickets soon?
Yeah, and I got to go do a phoner.
Oh, yeah, we got to get out of here.
Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, I will be in Fort Lauderdale at the Improv, if anyone has any desire to come. And I will tweet later. Go to playhousesquare.org tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kenny sent me a link, but it's 50 things long for pre-sale tickets. So I want to be able to just give it to you verbally tomorrow. The password is WMMS, because that is the station in Cleveland that is promoting my show.
Right.
And my 1 hour special tapes April 28th at the Ohio Theater. I almost lost the deal waiting for this theater because the theater wasn't available, and I'm shooting 2 weeks later than contractually I'm supposed to shoot. So I really did fight very, very hard to get the show into Cleveland because the theater wasn't available the 15th, I think, which is when I had to shoot contractually by.
Right.
So they bent. The Epics and Comedy Central are both very, very amenable to work with me on this. So I'm finally doing something in Cleveland again, and I'm very, very psyched about it. And we will be broadcasting Friday afternoon. Are we doing morning or afternoon?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I think they're leaning towards afternoon.
I'd rather do an afternoon
Let's
broadcast.
do afternoons. Let's go old school.
Fucking sleep late, have some people come down. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Very cool. All right. One more call because you might have to clear some up there, Jimmy.
Sure.
Scott in Wisconsin. Scott.
Hey, Jim.
Yes,
I thought yesterday you were saying that you thought the guy should be fired, right?
I thought the difference is the guy who put the headline up, I thought knew what he was doing, and I firmly believe said that to be cute.
But now isn't that the same as like a comedian going kind of edgy with like nappy headed hole, or you know what I mean, pushing that limit?
No,
Isn't
we
that
have
their job.
No, we have different jobs. And the reason I'm saying that is no comedian would go on the Tonight Show and say chink. Like, you can't do that. And with a comic, we live in a different world where they make their living doing puns. Like, he knows what he's doing. Especially, that's why I don't think the announcer should be fired either. Because I really believe the announcer just kind of spit it out, and it must be lurking in there somewhere. But I didn't have any problem with them firing him for that because I didn't believe that he didn't recognize it.
But it's not like he called him straight out a gook or something like that. You
No,
know
you're
what I
right.
mean? Like,
That's exactly it. You're right. He didn't. That's exactly it. He didn't. And that was the argument. He thought he would not get in trouble. He thought he could say, hey, I didn't come out and say gook, but we all know what happened.
Yeah, all right. I don't know. I just still think it's everyone being too freaking sensitive over a word, you know, a pun.
Do you think, let me ask you, like Opie raised a good example before about a black hockey player, or someone raised it. Do you think if the hockey player had been black, like let's say it was one of the, and everyone was talking about it, and he say he finally missed that goal, and the headline read, "The jig is up." People, or if they said, say his name is Johnson, Johnson gets spooked. You would say that there's a million ways to phrase that. That's not one that's so common that you would use it without thinking.
No, that's fair, but do you still think it's people just being too freaking sensitive?
Part of it is
a lot of people that are scared.
But when you say
special
chink,
interest groups.
They are scared. But when you say chink in a sports headline, and we all know what you're doing, that's really hard to defend. It's really hard to defend that.
But isn't it the same kind of as like the nappy-headed hoe part?
No, because nappy-headed hoe was done on a comedy show by a guy who was doing it to be funny. And nappy-headed hoe is something that black people say. Black people say hoe all the time. Chinese people don't refer to each other as chinks.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, man.
And there's a difference between saying hoe and whore.
Yeah, and it's also, there's a difference between saying nappy-headed hoe, which is technically not a racial stereotype. Nappy-headed hoe is something blacks would say a lot more than whites.
Right.
But that is technically, Sam is nappy-headed.
Yes, I am.
Chink in the armor, we know what you're doing. And if I'm being inconsistent, look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be.
I think if chink in the armor has been used a lot, then none of these guys should have been fired. They should have been suspended. I think people, certainly were trying to get away with something. But if it's a term that is used a lot, then look, I don't know. Suspend them, calm everyone down, and maybe if you have to tell them, look, just don't go there. Yeah. Just don't go there. It's too sensitive. But someone had a thing about the gray thing. I guess the next line is plain, and gray doesn't rhyme with plain.
Right.
Yeah, but
that would be a.
Yeah, but when I was rhyming, I didn't have to make it perfect.
You could take poetic license. Not
That's what I
everything,
did. That's what I did with the gray and the plain. It was close enough for me.
For purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. Maybe it's play.
No, I knew that part.
You were sure about that?
Yeah, but I thought they were talking about planes in the sky.
Fruited?
Yeah, I thought the plane was going over the mountainside.
With fruit on it?
Yeah, why not?
You ignore some of the words in the song.
I'm fucking with you now.
I don't believe you.
I knew plane was plane.
I think
that I knew.
I think.
But the green and the gray
airplane in the yellow gray sky.
There were no planes when the song was written. Of course it wasn't a plane. We're going to go home now.
You're allowed.
Ooh, another guy, Dick Wiggler. Me and Dick Wiggler on the same page. He thought it was gray as well.
Did he ever stop to analyze the lyrics of the song and think?
I didn't have time to do that shit.
Why, are you watching sports?
No, too busy cleaning up my room.
Oh.
Because it got destroyed a lot. Why would you analyze fucking patriotic songs?
I gotta figure out what's going on, Gotta figure out what's being said. What am I singing here?
I don't know. I got a little something in the show. Remember Mr. Ross? Bob Ross?
Oh, I thought you meant Danny.
Danny Ross, sure, is related to Bob Ross, little known fact.
It's his dad?
Yep, who has passed. He was the painter on TV.
Sorry to hear that.
And he had a very, very, very naughty mind.
He did?
Oh, yeah, he was very dirty when he was making those paintings. He was the one with the big afro.
With the trees?
With the trees, right, and the bushes.
But like those types of bushes?
Well, why don't you take a listen and you decide.
All right. There you go.
What do you want now?
Look, you're the one who stuck around. I assumed you're the one who wanted to talk.
I was just chilling.
I bet you were.
Just chilling out, getting my coat on.
You like doing the show solo? I mean, obviously, I like doing it with Ant, but
I'm embarrassed that I really thought it was gray and not grain. People like you're making a joke, right? You're joking about this.
yeah, I mean, I think that's
I'm
worse
not.
than
I'm
me
not
not
joking.
knowing about sports. The fact that you don't know the lyrics to Star Spangled Banner or whatever.
Why? I used to hate those songs. They were so hokey and stupid.
It's America. You think it's more American to get excited about the Miracle hockey game than it is to think that you think that game is more American than the Star Spangled Banner?
Hell fucking yes.
Sam, it's sung to a Latino guy. Jose, can you see?
I can't be part of this.
That was Club Soda Kenny. I wouldn't
Facebook
recommend either. Club Soda Kenny spent the day walking around from person to person here at Sirius XM and claiming that I, Sam Roberts, had instigated the Chris Brown CM Punk Twitter war.
At least you're finally admitting it.
No, I'm not.
Fuck, congratulations. That's a cool
good job,
thing
Sam.
to fucking have under your belt.
You're going to get hired by WWE yet.
Well, if that were the case, I would take credit for it. But what I'm saying is...
How you doing, Eric?
Every day, he's got another lie about me to tell people. Like yesterday, he was going around Club Soda Kenny.
Why lie when the facts are way more interesting with you?
That's what I think.
He's got
to
weird
make up
shit
shit
going
about
on,
me.
and why make up shit?
I don't know. He could go because he doesn't listen to the show. So instead of going and telling people one of the weird things that I said about myself today, he makes something up. Like yesterday, he was going around telling everybody over the weekend I was on Facebook jerking off. And his little kernel of truth in that was that I was on Facebook over the weekend, and Kenny saw me on the little, texting, Facebook text thing.
Right.
And he messaged me and said, "Hey, why are you jerking off right now?" And I responded, "I'm not doing that." And that was the end of the conversation. The next day we get back to work, and every person that walks by, Kenny goes, "Hey, you know what Sam was doing on Facebook yesterday? Jerking off."
But why would you jerk off on Facebook?
I don't.
No, him and his fiance are very kinky. I'm finding out.
And you jerk off on Facebook?
I don't jerk off
I
on
think,
it.
yeah, they
People
watch
can watch,
porn.
or
No.
They watch porn together.
That's another thing that Kenny made up. I didn't say that.
Are you a cam girl?
I'm a cam whore.
Are you?
No, I'm not a cam whore.
You're a cam girl?
No, I don't have a. I don't even have a.
fucking weird. You
Actually, I
jerk
do have a
off on
webcam,
Facebook?
but no, I don't jerk off on Facebook. This is things that Kenny makes up.
It's just, he's doing this to promote his podcasts.
Oh, this is your angle? You
I
jerk
didn't-
off on Facebook, and then it leads to people checking out your podcast?
I didn't
That's
mention
kinda
my
smart.
podcast.
But that's smart that you're jerking off on Facebook.
I mean, I have a
Knowing
podcast,
that will
but
get people to your podcast.
well, that's not how I promote it.
Brilliant, Sam. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. You fucking dick dribbler.
You're searching for something.
Don't shake my hand.
Who, me? I wasn't going to.
Because you got jizz on it.
Well, you don't deserve a handshake. There's nothing about you that I would want to shake your hand right now.
Could you entertain us on the way home?
I don't. No promises.